Emily.
Yes?
You say you love Gotchard a lot, right?
I do. I'm really enjoying Kamen Rider Gotchard.
Would you say it make you want to die?
I hear that every time, and apparently it's not even English.
Ever since you brought it up, now every time I hear the old thing, I just hear "make you want to die."
And I remember thinking, like, "Whoa, what are they talking about?" And then when I saw the subtitled version, it was just like, "Oh, that's not even English."
Nope.
I was fully ready for you to say, "Would you say it got you?"
Yeah, that's what I really thought.
That's what I was expecting too, actually.
I had to bring up the "make you want to die." That shit's so cute.
Because I was just thinking, like, wow, this song got really dark all of a sudden. No.
Cue the roll call.
Cue the roll call.
Make you want to die.
Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Perfect!
Show running super savant.
Level up!
Bluecaster, super Ichi.
Loud and online. Greycaster, Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse. Ultracaster. Gar.
A spark of courage, the power of dreams. Orange Caster, Global Soft Perka.
Trauma Inducer, Northcaster, Saga.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 458.
It's episode Mantike. I love Mantike.
Mantike, yay.
I have a funny story.
It's episode Depressed Miss Minutes.
Tell us your funny story about Mantike, Gar.
So, I was playing Pokemon Pearl.
That is depressing.
And one of my...
It is Depressed Miss Minutes.
One of my goals was to try and have a complete dex. And I had a Mantike on my team. And I could not figure out why it wasn't evolving. So now in my Pokemon Pearl, I have a level 100 Mantike.
Which means it can never evolve.
Which means it'll never evolve. And I'm like, why is it not evolving? Turns out you need a Remoraid in your party.
Well, yeah. Just like in the normal game.
I didn't know that.
Haven't you been on the internet once?
Yeah. And it didn't occur to you at any point before level 100 to maybe look it up.
No. It's like that stupid squid Pokemon where you have to like turn the 3DS while it's evolving.
Oh, I hated that.
That's so dumb.
That took several attempts.
I think it's awesome.
I always said that they should update Slowpoke's evolution where you have to like fish for a Shelder and keep a Shelder in your party to evolve into a Slowbro.
The question
I'm
now
super
is
shocked that that's not a thing.
The question now is that Pokemon that you evolve by holding the 3DS upside down. How the fuck are you supposed to do that on any other console now? Because not all consoles have fucking gyroscopes in them.
Especially since the 3DS is like outdated now.
Pretty dead.
Yeah, well, that's assuming that all Pokemon will end up in games again, which isn't going to happen.
Hold the Joy-Con upside down.
Right.
Flip your Switch. Flip your TV over.
Yeah, flip your TV.
Knock it.
Anyway, for those who might be tuning in for the first time, we are a bunch of squid Pokemon who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
What is this? Some sort of Squid Game?
Yeah.
Gar's there in person.
Gar and Cell are here in the studio live in person today.
Redman's after me, so I had to hide.
And me,
Redman or Redman Black?
Redman. He thought I called him a bitch, but then I was like, no, Vegas was the one that called you a bitch. But, you know, Vegas is a bear. And Redman thought, nah, I don't want to fight a bear. So he came after me since I edited the episode, and now I'm hiding.
Well, you're doing a great job by coming on to an audio show.
Oh, don't worry.
It's okay. It's okay, Gar. I'll bring him with me when I come over tomorrow.
Wait.
All right. Well, our topics for this week are going to be Kamen Rider Gotchard, Episode 7, Kingohger, Episode 33, and our feature topic, continuing the month of Borgtober the 3rd, is Juukou B-Fighter, Episodes 17, 18, and 19.
Which went from, okay, this still sucks, to, okay, B-Fighter, I see what you did.
But we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
But first, we have a smorgasbord of news to get through.
Let's get through it. Yes.
Also, apologies to anyone who expects me to talk about Otona Precure. I have not watched it because I have never watched Precure 5.
I thought you were about to say I've never watched Precure.
No, I've watched far too much Precure. But I've heard people say that it's okay to watch it even if you haven't seen Precure 5, but that feels kind of bad.
It would be like
I don't
Gar
know.
saying,
Either way, it's only going to be 12 episodes, so I will definitely watch it at some point. It looks really good.
It'd be like Gar saying, I've never actually seen Ultraman.
You fraud!
You got me.
I mean, I've never seen a thing of Star Wars in my life, so...
This bit sucks, and we're moving on.
I saw the holiday special once when I was a kid, so that's it.
What's the best one?
Our first bit of news... Our first bit of news is expanding a bit on last week, because last weekend, immediately after we recorded, some more information on Kamen Rider Legend was put out. So we have some better images, as well as a trailer for the Kamen Rider Gotchard versus Kamen Rider Legend.
I'm sad.
The internet has been all ablaze this last week, because the promotional shots of Kamen Rider Legend have been showing off his amazing jewels.
I just saw what you did. Oh my gosh, you didn't need to do that.
They two Kaiser them.
It's not Decade! It's some asshole who looks like him!
They literally are like, hey, we need to two Kaiser this motherfucker.
This is the guy. It's literally two Kaiser again.
He looks like Lawrence the Third from the Pokemon movie.
So his name is Hogo Kaguya Quartz.
I see.
Yeah, so it looks like in the spin-off, Hotaro gets transported into a parallel world thanks to a technology called the Aurora Curtain System.
Aurora Curtain System. And this part of the dimension, this part of reality, localized entirely in this YouTube video.
Yes.
Aurora Coreal.
No.
May we see it?
You'll have to watch the special to see it.
You'll have to go to Japan, because you have to watch everything legally, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, Legend looks so good, though. It might not be Tsukasa, but he still looks fucking good.
I think it looks good.
I'm still disappointed it's not John Legend.
Sure.
Look at all the L's all over his suit.
I'm looking at
Now I'm wondering if they'll ever do like a little mini special, just Kamen Rider Legend versus two Kaiser.
Oh my god.
Does he go like the
new like Marvelous Decade matchup?
So let's see. Calling himself Lord Kaguya, he lives in the Hogo Tower, is accompanied by a butler that looks like Hotaro's classmate Kachiki.
Oh, cool.
He fights the evil organization called 100 and is equipped with various ride Kemi cards based on previous Kamen Riders.
So I like that they found a relevant way of using like the Legend Rider cards.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
The evil organization 100 is led by a mysterious boss played by Robin Furuya, aka Storius from Saber.
Oh, wait a fucking minute. That's Storius? That is him. Holy
Yup.
shit, I didn't recognize him. Wow.
That's because he grew a fucking mustache.
Hey, Storius.
And he took out the bookmark hairpiece.
At the end, he's gonna just pull the mustache off. It was me.
Ha! And the promotional shot of him, he's holding a thing that we don't see very clearly, but it looks like a golden ride watch, so everyone is predicting Legend, Kamen Rider Legend ride watch.
Interesting.
Ooh. What if this is just Storius' fanfic on life?
That would track.
No.
Well, you gotta enjoy some point in hell.
Also debuting in this special is Kamen Rider Gotchard Mighty Exceed, which is his form where he combines Kuga and Fai's cards.
It's stupid, but I like it.
Or sorry, Exceed Mighty is the name of the form.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I like it.
I love
Exceeds Mighty.
I love that they just stole the shoulders off of Fai's armor from Zio.
Yeah, ripped Fai's armor. We'll never see that again.
Oh please, like we're ever gonna see any of these forms ever again.
Oh yeah,
we'll get to it.
It wasn't in my news stories, but yeah, we got to see concept art for Gotchard Gold Mechanicer, which is the combination of Goldash and Mechanicani.
The best Gotchard form we've gotten yet.
And this is the bulky boy.
I love him. I love it. It's my favorite Gotchard form.
Usually I don't go for like bulky, but that actually, I don't know, there's something that's working with that. I don't know.
It's a bike and a robotic crab.
Yeah.
So.
Well, now I know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see when we get more info on that.
Giant enemy crab.
So yeah, the Legend special, as we said before, is 2 episodes. Will be on the Toy Tokusatsu fan club channel next month. Neat. Speaking of Kamen Rider Legend, they of course followed up all this information by announcing his toys.
What? He's getting toys?
We're getting the DX Legend Driver and the DX Legend Ride Magnum. Which is
I pre-ordered them.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Merry Christmas to me. I'm sorry. This shit's so cool. Like, okay.
Sorry, not sorry.
First off, this stuff is voiced by Mark Okita, the original voice of the Deca Driver.
I thought you were gonna say Mark Hamill for some reason.
No, Mark Okita, the voice of the Deca Driver. So that's one reason. And if the gun scans Chemi cards, that means they got Mark Okita to record voice lines for all the Chemi cards. That would be sick.
The question is, will it be able to read all Chemi cards or just the Rider ones?
Oh. Which means I might have to actually go out of my way to collect the Rider ones.
So yeah, we're looking at images of the Legend Driver, which I love that the immediate reaction I had is, why does it look like the Beast Driver?
Yeah, everyone got that assumption.
But then what's cool is if you look at the sides of it, you can see that the black pieces on the side behind the open doors are the exact same side pieces the Deca Driver had.
Yep.
So now I'm wondering if the Legend piece comes off and maybe there's a Legend complete form?
Ooh, you'd hate it.
I'd hate it, but it might exist.
And then next we got his weapon. It's a bike gun. It's the only way you can describe it.
It is literally a gun that is a bike, and you charge up the Hisatsu by revving the handlebar.
I love that. It's so stupid, but I love it.
And then you put the card on top where like the quote-unquote windshield is to scan the cards.
Anyways, I'm getting both. So Merry Christmas to me.
So it looks like the driver itself comes with the cards for Legend himself, obviously. And I gotta say, that's a glorious looking Henshin card.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.
And then
he's really, like I said, he's really jerking himself off with this card.
Right in the jewels.
Right in the jaws.
Yep.
Did he make it, or?
I don't know.
Probably.
And then the driver also comes with Fies and Kuga cards because Exceed Mighty is in the special. And then if you buy the Ride Magnum, that comes with the cards for Double and O's, I think.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah, Double and O's. So if you're going to buy the Legend Driver, 60-50 yen, December 2nd release.
Yep.
And then the Magnum is 52-80 yen, same day, December 2nd.
Yeah.
I'm just reading over here. Setting any Legend Rider Ride Chemi trading card, you can summon that Kamen Rider. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the other Ride Chemi cards. So
yeah,
it probably has
a default thing.
It'll probably have a generic sound for any Ride Chemi card that's not a Rider.
But I want to scan my blank card.
It might have a blank sound. I could see it having that.
Yeah, just not normal chemis.
Yeah.
Not Wrestler G or Ant Trooper. Rip. Well, I already have Geets and Deno, so I'm getting there.
All right. Next. Speaking of Geets, we're, as one might expect, not done with Geets yet because Toei Tokusatsu Fan Club announced a new Geets spin-off titled Geets Extra Kamen Rider Gazer, and we're getting more Gazer forms.
Hey, did you guys ever want to know what Niram's deal was? Well, here you go.
Yeah,
no,
it's about Niram.
No, if I wanted Niram's deal, I would have wanted it in the actual fucking show.
Yeah. He didn't have time to tell us his deal before he was brutally murdered.
Just, I don't know.
So
I'm tired of I'm sorry to cut you off, Ichi. I'm just
okay.
tired of Kamen Rider being like, here's a special, here's a special, here's a special. It's like, if you have all this content, just put it in the actual show.
Nah. We could have put this instead of having Naj Sparrow in it at all.
My God, you're right, Ichi.
Figure out what you want. You can have a movie afterwards. That's fine. Have a special here. That's fine. Just not every writer needs a special.
So it looks like, as we can see from this preview image, we're getting a new form of Gazer called Gazer Zero, and I think he's using the Zillion driver that Regard used. And as you can see, his color scheme is based on Kamen Rider Ichigo for some fucking reason.
Because why not?
Technically, it's based on Ichigo's second suit that he got when Takashi Hongo returned in the original Kamen Rider show. You see. Shine up.
Also returning in this spin-off are Jin, Samas, Sumuri, and Archimedal. Alright. Being written by Geet's head writer Yuya Takahashi, directed by Koichi Sakamoto, premiering on TTFC next year. Oh boy.
Can't wait.
Oh boy.
Yes,
can't wait.
I can wait. Maybe this time Samus will do a thing instead of just pointing a gun at someone.
Maybe.
Anyways. Regard there, Ichi.
Next, we have some Fies news! Yeah, a lot of info and toy announcements from the new Fies movie, Paradise Regained.
Yep.
Okay, I know I just said we don't need any more Kamen Rider bonus content. Anniversary content,
absolutely,
is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, wait. He's coming back?
Kitazaki's back.
Hey, the best Delta we ever got.
Except I don't think he is Delta in this movie.
Oh, lame.
I think
just some random guy.
I think Delta's just some rando, and out of Fies got an upgrade, Kaiza got an upgrade, we have a brand new rider, but I think Delta is just exactly the same.
I don't even think Delta's
I don't know who it was, but I saw someone on Twitter being like, "Oh, it's like Delta in the Fies movie," and it's just a picture of Ned from Spider-Man: No Way Home. Oh, just some random guy.
Yeah, and we got confirmation that Issa is coming back, the artist who performed Fies' opening theme. They're producing a new theme song for the film called Identifies.
Oh,
that's a good one.
Which
They're going all out with this film.
Which will also feature a chorus from MCAT. They did
MCAT?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah,
MCAT. They did insert songs for the show.
Yeah, they did People with No Name. Such a good battle theme.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Let's see. Being written by Fies head writer Toshiki Inoue, directed by Ryuta Tasaki, who did Paradise Lost. We talked about all this before. Blah blah blah. Okay, all right.
This movie's not gonna suck.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. Now let's get into the things that are going to murder everyone's wallets.
Not mine.
Premium Bandai posted official images and promotional videos for a number of Fies movie-related things. First of which is the Fies Driver Next. These are complete selection modifications, so these are big and expensive and feature-packed. So these are straight-up remakes, like reimaginings of the Fies technology, and these have actual software touchscreens.
Oh my.
I know, they're amazing. I know nothing about Fies aside from that it's pronounced Fies and not 555, but
I think the way it works is the show is called 555, but the rider is called Fies. Because like the 555 is in the logo, just like with Kamen Rider Double, but the logo says W. You know what I mean?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not just the Japanese pronunciation of fives?
Not exactly. It's also based on the Greek letter Phi.
Oh, okay.
Alright, anyways. Yeah, so I love that. So we have this new Fies driver, which is not only just the cell phone, but not only has the blaster mode with like this fold out handle, but it's also got this other handle along the side that it uses to do knuckle mode on its own. So it no longer needs the separate item that was the camera from the original version of Faiz.
And I liked the camera.
It can do burst blaster mode and knuckle mode all by itself. And you activate the Hisatsu with the little app icon once it's in each mode. That's so cute. And yeah, as Decker's posting in our chat, people noticed that the little like signal info in the corner of the screen, it has 555G data.
Get it?
That's amazing.
Good ass data. Holy shit.
Yeah. People were looking at the apps that it has on its main screen and noticed that there is an app for the Faiz Sounder, aka the joke weapon from the Hyper Battle video.
There you go. It's canon.
Yep.
All these little Easter eggs.
Looks like the actual belt itself lights up too from these images.
Cool.
Yep.
It is a canon. You're right, Midas.
I'm sorry, I just saw the one image of it. It's like, so how does this belt work again? And I realized it's like the old Faiz belt.
Yeah.
But it's just a smartphone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I like the Faiz memory is like the lock screen for it.
Yep.
That's clever.
It does standing by. It's got a bunch of apps. And when you henshin, it has this like on-screen dial pad too. It's so cool.
Oh, and it can also work with the CSM Faiz Gear version 2, the Faiz Edge, and the Faiz Blaster.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
they're making a CSM Faiz Blaster? Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
What I'm curious about is, like, so it comes with other apps besides, like, the combat shit. So it's got, like, a clock app and a music app. So I'm wondering, like, how in-depth those are, like, what it actually does, if it just has an actual, like, playlist of Faiz songs in it. Let's see.
Amazing.
The Faiz driver next has LED lights on the corners where you insert the phone. It works via wireless communication and emits a red light while waiting for transformation and during transformation. That's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, there's apps for the different weapons. Exceed charge. It links up with the other stuff. And yeah, soon to be revealed CSM Faiz Blaster. Holy shit.
Damn.
Premium Bandai. Alright, here we go. Premium Bandai web exclusive 49,500 yen.
This is probably going to be like a $600 belt.
Releasing October of next year.
So just remember, this or PS5.
Now I know why they called it Next, because you can't buy it till next year.
Okay, apparently pre-orders start on October 20th and they go until the end of March.
Yep. Alright.
See, I can read Japanese. Gar, you're just reading the numbers. See, I can read Japanese.
Next, in Faiz specific news, they announced a Shinkocho Seiho SH figure arts of Kamen Rider Next Faiz.
Really? We can get this but not Ryuki? This is bullshit.
Nope.
I gotta say, as I've said before, the next Faiz suit, I think it's okay, except for the shoulders. I don't like the pointy shoulders on him.
Everyone apparently says that Ryuki's like one of the most popular riders in Japan, but I think Faiz is.
I don't know.
Weird.
Nah.
Are they not both popular?
Ryuki did more financially, and it was more well regarded. Where Faiz is, yes, it was popular. I feel like it's easier to get the core cast back from Faiz than the majority of Ryuki actors.
Well, yeah, because Ryuki, there was 13 of them.
Plus.
And also, Ryuki Faiz actually has a story. I will fully admit, I love Ryuki to death. It does have the issue of, what do you do outside of the fighting? There is no actual story.
The only one who has an answer is Asakura, and the answer is crimes.
I mean, let's admit, Asakura only joined the game because it was like, hey, no one's dying.
We need someone to kill people.
Go murder a few guys for me, please.
Go murder people. Poor Emperor.
So the next Fi's figure, premium Bandai web exclusive, 9,900 yen, releasing in July.
I hope we get a blade.
Damn.
That'd be cool.
And it looks like how the blade suit looks now.
Complete with yellowing helmet.
Complete with yellowing helmet and purple undersuit.
Oh, the T-shirt.
Sorry, that was me getting a drink.
Alright, next on this is Next Kaiza's phone. The Kaiza phone, I believe it's pronounced Kaiza phone 20, but it's spelled Kaiza phone XX.
See, Kaiza's smart. He has a waterproof case.
He's got an OtterBox on his phone.
Yeah, that's a nut. I almost said Autobot. He has an Autobot.
An Autobox?
Well, I mean, he does transform.
Yeah. But does he roll out?
No, he falls over and dies.
I see that he has these, like, two things sticking up on one side of the phone that look just like the Kaiza pointer. Now I'm wondering what the fuck those do.
Oh, he probably pulls it out of his...
Actually, no, that's how he shoots the lasers, probably.
Yeah, like he probably pulls it out of the belt and does the whole thing where, like, the attachment.
Yeah, probably. So yes, this is also a smartphone with a touchscreen. Has 15 different apps. Henshin app, stun gun mode app, beam mode app. Oh, it has stun gun mode, so you just fucking walk up and melee a dude like it's
his phone's a taser.
It's a taser.
It's a fucking taser. You know what? Someone like Masato would have a taser because he's such an asshole. Just goes up to people.
Like taser app.
Yep.
No, you don't know, Cell. This guy's a fucking dick.
Look at that
yeah,
smile.
I don't know either.
So evil.
What I want to know is why the fuck does he also have the Sounder app? And he's also got an app for, like, it has the Fi's camera thing on it. I guess it's a camera app.
Okay.
Got an app for sounding?
Kaiza wants to. No, because Kaiza is trying to be cooler than Fi's. He's trying so hard.
Yeah. So yeah, blah, 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 blah.
It's a music app. There you go.
You can summon weapons using the Kaiza Shot app, the Kaiza Cross Slasher app. It has Exceed Charge. The CSM Kaiza Phone 20 is included in the CSM Kaiza Phone Edition and the Complete Edition Blu-ray and DVD release of the Fi's Paradise Regained film. So if you want the Kaiza Phone, it doesn't release on its own. You have to buy it with the movie.
And then to even use it, you have to get the belt, the Fi's belt.
Let's see.
Wow.
Oh no, actually it uses the original Kaiza belt.
Oh yeah, that's the original belt. So Fi's gets a new belt, but Kaiza doesn't.
Yeah, he just gets the scraps. He just gets the phone.
Let's see. So they're releasing September 13th of next year. Complete Edition Blu-ray, 33,550 yen. DVD version, 32,450 yen. The CSM Kaiza Phone Edition Blu-ray, 30,250 yen. And DVD version, 29,150 yen. Pre-orders for all these items end Valentine's Day.
Romantic.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe! I pre-ordered you the Kaiza Phone 20.
This year.
And for you, and then for me.
Alright, and speaking of Kaiza, they also announced a new figure for him too. The Ultimate Article of Kamen Rider Kaiza.
I wanted a figure.
Holy shit.
Complete with light-up helmet.
That is beautiful. That's a big statue. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's a statue. Oh, it's fucking big. Look at that.
It's big, boy.
Oh.
The blade gun lights up. The eyes light up.
That's so cool.
40 centimeters tall.
I love the Kaiza suit. I love the Kaiza suit. It's so nice.
40 centimeters tall is a good rap name.
Is it?
I don't know.
That is big.
Mid-size sedan is a good rap name.
That is.
Alright, let's see.
What's the damage?
15-inch statue. Holy crap.
The double stream lines on the suit are painted using phosphorescent paint, so they emit a vague yellow light in the dark. That's cool.
Cool.
Comes with 2 stickers, the Kaiza logo and the Smart Brain logo that you can put on the pedestal. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 36,300 yen. So
yeah, no.
$370-ish.
I'm good.
Yeah.
And it releases in March.
I'm good, but that's a very nice statue.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Look at that ass.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something for Ichi.
And this is the thing that I might have to buy.
Why, Ichi?
This is the Muse driver, and apparently Kamen Rider Muse is spelled M-U-E-Z. As per all the information we've seen from this announcement.
Bastard.
Amusing.
Muse. Frankie Muse?
Shut up.
Yeah, so complete selection modification Muse driver, which is literally just a blue version of the next Phase driver, including phone and belt. Yeah. Keypad. Not a lot of specifics in the announcement, but it has a blaster mode, it has a knuckle mode, we can infer just by looking at it. No details on price or release date yet, aside from that it's going to be released in 2025. And there will be 2 editions, one of just the phone and one with the belt.
Do they usually announce stuff, like, granted, it's the end of 2023 almost, by the time recording, but, like, do they usually announce stuff like that far ahead?
Rarely. But it's not a zero amount.
I feel like since they have the Phase, like the new Phase belt coming out,
they're trying to pace the releases.
Yeah, they're pacing it out. So like, it'll probably
look at all this other expensive shit they just announced. They don't want to put that all out at the same time.
I feel like pre-orders will be next year when the movie does come out. That way, the movie will come out. Pre-orders will happen. Then we'll late next year, early 2025. I feel like.
And then it released in 2028.
Okay. Actually, I think you should just get the phone.
But how will I henshin?
You can henshin probably without the belt.
Hey guys, look!
Can you?
Phase Rider.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, look at me! I'm Kamen Rider Flip.
All right. Next, there was an announcement for Kamen Rider: The Winter Movie, Gotchard and Geets, with this adorable promo image of Hopper 1 and I guess the Geets Kemi.
So adorable.
Coming summer.
Fact, I thought this was fan art.
Coming summer 2024, the Winter Movie.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a second.
It's cute. It's an
comes with a cute Gotchard card that has the Geets Kitsune and Hopper 1.
Yeah, so the only info we have so far is this teaser poster, but they also said the release date for the movie, I guess, is December 22nd, so just in time for Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas time comes once a year.
No shit.
Times come once a year.
Yeah. Not a lot of info, but...
Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. Like multiple days of the week happen.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, I'm sorry. This got weird.
That's okay. Moving on. Next, we have some Deca Ranger news.
This came out of fucking nowhere. I mean, I saw it happening, but I wasn't expecting it to just be like, hey, Deca Ranger's coming back.
Okay. Can I just say, why does Deca Red just keep getting more and more badass looking as the years go by? Look at this design! Look how fucking good this is!
It's a pretty good new power-up suit.
It's so good! It's so what? No.
I like it. I just don't like that it's just him that gets the
I am also angry that it's only him who keeps getting power-ups.
Okay, the Fire Squad stuff makes sense.
No, it's fucking Bonbon. Bonbon's a badass.
But he already had his turn. Let the others get new forms.
What? Red Ranger.
No. Yeah, exactly. He's fucking Bonbon.
Or if anything, do what the Aber Ranger 20th anniversary movie did, and fuse all of them together into one suit.
Yeah,
he's got 5 power-up forms. That's insane.
Honestly though, I agree with White. This looks pretty cool. This looks like a movie version of the
95
movie
suits.
Yeah.
In that thumbnail you can see he's posing like fucking RoboCop. I'm like, God damn it!
The exact pose. Oh my gosh.
I don't know if RoboCop can hold the copyright on standing and holding out a gun.
Well, no, but he makes it look fucking badass as shit.
But wasn't Decoranger like inspired a lot by RoboCop though?
I have no idea.
Like I heard they have a dog named Murphy.
Yeah, they have a dog named Murphy.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you know what?
so
You're right.
you know
All
what?
right, fuck me then.
You know what? Someone brought this up, and I gotta agree with them. Look at the doggy Kruger suit for the movie.
Oh, I'm impressed they've kept it this good
the
looking
fact
for
that
so
this
long.
suit is 20 years old, and it's made of like felt.
Decker, no! It's so cool!
Nice.
Oh no! I love it. I gotta keep that
It's
picture.
the Rackley's version.
Oh, that's great.
Fucking yes, it is. Oh my god, I love you, Deckerbot. Okay, I love you now. You're
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
like,
Deckerbot.
wait, I love. Like, also, I saw the
It's
trailer
so cool.
for the Decoranger movie.
Uh-huh.
I love it and hate it at the same time. Of sweet, more Decoranger. See all the cast members. Man, we're all
so
getting,
old.
Yeah, like, man, we're getting fucking old. Aren't
It's the
we?
20th anniversary movie, which we haven't said the name of yet. The name of the movie is Tokusatsu Sentai Decoranger 20th Fireball Booster.
Oh, you get it?
No.
First episode of Decoranger, Fireball Newcomer.
I need you to know that.
I'll echo what someone in the chat said. Fireball.
Also, just gonna confirm it now.
I've heard it so many times.
It's a song.
Just to
Oh,
confirm
okay.
it now. December 2024.
Yeah. So yes, in the upcoming
I
film,
love Deckerbot.
the 6 detectives who fight with cool and burning hearts, because that makes sense, gather again to face the great plan that threatens peace on Earth. Using the new SP1 license, Deca-Red gets a new form.
So cool.
We got all the main cast returning. Toshio Furukawa will also return as the film's narrator.
Oh,
I mean,
fucking
he
A.
was supporting. He was a supporting cast member of the show. I mean, think of it. Let's all remember, Decoranger is the most drinking game possible for Sentais.
Oh yeah.
Everyone has a catchphrase. The narrator has something to say about almost everyone. Just,
like Jasmine is an Esper?
Oh yeah, they're gonna tell us again that Jasmine is an Esper.
this is Dan,
God, even I know that because I watched that one. That one like movie I watched with you guys, and it made sure to tell us that. So
yep.
I just want to see fucking. I want to see Umiko and Sen
I
Chan.
fucking knew you were going to say that, you son of a bitch.
We're back together. Yeah.
Lane, it's not cute anymore. It's just sad.
It's just sad.
It's not cute anymore. It's just sad.
I just cracked myself up my own fucking joke.
Pretty good joke.
Oh fuck.
So it looks like the film's action director is Deca-Red's suit actor, Hirofumi Fukuzawa.
Really?
That's neat.
Wait, this isn't Koichi Sakamoto?
As the action director.
Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my
this
God.
might actually be good.
Ow. The film is being...
Let's just.
This is
Koichi Sakamoto.
the fact that they specified this is interesting. The film is being produced by Toei Studios Kyoto with special cooperation from the city of Kochi.
Oh, okay. So when Kingohger first got announced, they realized that there are 47 different parts of Japan. There are now
One for every Sentai.
Yeah, there's one for every Sentai now, and that's where Decoranger's located on that map.
Oh,
Interesting.
neato.
It's not a canon
You
thing.
think Sentai will be capitalizing on that more this year?
You'd think.
I honestly just hope for Sentai.
Which Sentai is your district?
I just hope for 2025, the actual 50th anniversary for Super Sentai, we celebrate the 50th anniversary. We don't wait until 2026.
Bring back Aqua Red again.
Let us have the anniversary year be the anniversary year.
Yeah. So the movie is being written by series head writer Naruhisa Arakawa, being So there's an action director, and the actual movie director is veteran tokusatsu director Katsuya Watanabe, who did the Deca Ranger Full Blast action film.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Watanabe. He's good.
Limited theatrical run early summer of next year, and will be on Blu-ray and DVD November of next year. The first press release version of the film's home video release will include the SP1 license.
So it will have it subbed just in time for December 2024.
Probably.
Fucking orb. Random thought. How is this going to tie with Space Squad? Toei, fuck you. That's how.
Correct.
We don't talk about Kyuranger Civil War. That was a shitty movie.
Where do you think he got the armor from? Hey, Gavon. Mine now.
Well,
yeah.
He is now a fully licensed Deca Ranger and a space sheriff. That's how badass Bon Bon is.
We also got.
I thought you were gonna say and a spaceship.
And a spaceship.
That's his new form. Yeah. So we also got new images of the SP1 license itself, his new power-up weapon / morpher.
I want it.
I love that it says on it, upgrade suit system.
Yep. I want it, but it's expensive as shit.
Just gotta say too, simple, but I really like this poster.
Yeah.
It literally is just a fucking Metal Hero suit.
I like the poster too. It's simple.
Yeah, it's a good use of space.
Like it's good to the point. SPD.
It feels like there should be a can of like a drink in his hand, and he's trying to sell it to us.
Well, I think someone
choice of a new generation.
I think someone did make that fan of it in the Discord.
I think so.
Someone put like Muggs root beer.
No, you gotta put like Coca-Cola or Coke Zero or something.
Yeah, Coke.
Come on now.
Also,
no, he's burning red. It's got to be regular Coke.
I'll drink regular Coke on a cold day in hell.
I mean, I'm also but also it matches.
Also,
I
I
had a cherry Pepsi today. It was good.
Those are two things that I don't believe.
Okay, so it just works like an ordinary SP license.
I think so.
Yeah.
It will include many lines from the film. It will function similar to the SP license Memorial Edition, including the Judgment feature.
I want it, but because it's bundled with a fucking DVD, it's going to be expensive as shit.
Judge your friends for their crimes.
You didn't pay me back for that drink.
Judgment time.
Judgment time.
You killed someone. Guilty. Wait a minute.
No, Sal, you killed someone. Innocent. Hey. Oh, wait, what?
Damn it. All right, very cool.
Cool.
And our next news story is the announcement of the Memorial Edition Gobbery-Caliber, the original version, not the new red one.
I cannot believe they're actually doing this. That's impressive.
Oh, it's got a longer blade too. That's cool.
Yeah, look at the DX one. Look how shit that was.
But the blade, you gotta scroll down more.
Oh, it switches out with the shorter one, so it can combine with the revolver.
Yeah, you can detach the blade for a smaller one.
That's excellent.
I do remember I used to own both of these, and I loved keeping it in the blaster mode because it was just so fucking cool.
The Gobbery Cannon is one of the coolest weapons Sentai has.
Yeah, it's sick as shit.
And it looks like it comes with the Judenchi for Parasagan and Zaktor.
Yep.
Oh man, I was hoping to get the belt buckle, so you can actually have a spot for the Zudenchi.
Yeah. Oh. And
It's
of course,
cool.
just like the revolver, the eyes light up on this one, which is awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
150% the size of the DX toy. Total length of 750 millimeters. Very nice. Screw holes are now covered. Combines with the Memorial Gobble revolver. Comes with the smaller blade. Comes with the two Judenchi. Premium Bandai web exclusive 24,200 yen, releasing in June, just in time for my birthday.
Pre-orders will end on January 31st.
They know.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Thank you, Bandai. Very cool.
Yeah, cool.
Now they're going to release, mini Gabutira again.
Oh, Mini Tira?
Yeah, Mini Tira.
Probably.
I mean, he's in next week's episode of Kingohger.
Yeah.
What should be an announcement next week? Or the week after?
Or literally after the episode airs.
That too. That always happens.
They gotta do a Giga Gabu revolver. It's too easy not to.
Oh, the Kyoryu Silver one?
At this point, Kyoryuger's
I would love that.
Kyoryuger's a financial success. just redo everything.
I mean, they're on their way. They're on their way.
They're slowly doing.
Could you imagine if they did a complete like pack of every Judenchi?
I'd buy it.
I'd be severely tempted.
The fact that the new Gabu Revolver is not compatible with the original DX ones.
Yeah, so they have to re-release other Judenchi.
Yeah.
Imagine if they did a Soul
blank ones, regular ones.
Imagine they did like a Soul Chogokin fucking Kyoryugen. That'd be sick.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Like a remake of a Megazord.
Cell, to simplify it for you, dinosaurs.
Yeah. No, I know what everyone's been saying. Watch this one. So
yeah, we've been telling Cell, Mr. Jurassic Park man here, that he needs to watch Kyoryuger.
Yeah, they're all dinosaurs too in this team. There's I mean Pteranodon's not, but
where are they, Lane?
We got a Pterosaurus, we got a T-Rex, we got a Triceratops, a Raptor.
Don't forget all the Guardian Zords.
Oh, we have an Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
It's a dinosaur.
Ankylosaurus.
Played by a Canadian.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. I remember that. You told me about that.
His Zord becomes a mallet hammer.
Legit, we'll talk more about this when we get to the crossover episode. But yeah, it's one I wouldn't mind watching sometime.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it.
All right, so the Memorial Gabri Caliber Premium Bandai Web exclusive, 24,200 yen, releasing in June. I said that already. Moving on to our next news story. This is one you guys wanted to talk about.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, so since so
I just looked at that preview image and went, Sin!
Well, no, since Cell and I are in the same room here, and Lane's also here, I thought, you know what, can I just have one news story? That's just one.
Can we have one cool news story?
Yes.
Well, it's not that cool, but so not Shin Godzilla, freaking Godzilla -1 is slowly approaching in Japan, and it just had its, I want to say world premiere, but red carpet premiere in Japan. People are saying it's a masterpiece, it's great, it's awesome. So far, no spoilers. That's good.
I think Tokyo's gonna get fucked up by Godzilla.
I think Godzilla's gonna be in this Godzilla movie.
Nah.
But we finally got confirmation that #confirmation that tickets for the international release of Godzilla -1 will be starting on November 3rd, which is Godzilla Day.
The film is set to premiere November 3rd in Japan.
Yeah, and for us, December 1st.
December 1st, yeah.
This will also commemorate Godzilla's 70th anniversary, apparently.
69th anniversary.
Damn, it's one old dinosaur.
Yeah, a new Godzilla movie for his birthday. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, wait a minute. 70 -1 is 69.
Oh my god!
Oh, those bastards!
You motherfuckers.
I also
Nice.
Nice!
I just want to say too, I love this image they've released of Godzilla just like creeping up on this guy on his boat. Like I love the guy on the boat. He's like, oh fuck, not today. Like not this.
Oh
shit.
yeah. Usually every Godzilla movie starts with a bunch of guys getting fucked up on a boat by Godzilla.
We humans are
proud tradition.
Are very sadly underprepared for water combat.
You think after 70 years they would have learned the lesson?
No.
But yeah, Ichi, this movie takes place where like Godzilla invades like Japan after the bombing of Hiroshima.
Oh,
so this is a period piece, which is interesting.
Yeah, so it's essentially like the way that they describe -1 is like, all right, the new Japan just got bombed. They're at ground zero. What do you mean there's a 50-meter tall giant radioactive dinosaur walking amok? Okay, now we're below zero. We're -1.
Oh.
I am very curious what this... It also, like, just feels so weird that we're getting a Godzilla movie. It always feels like, oh, wow, yeah, they still make them. Like,
yep.
It's also just weird as well. It's like... And, yeah, I posted a fan edit.
What the fuck is that?
That is...
Hotaro, my favorite kaiju in all of Godzilla.
Oh.
He's a pollution kaiju.
Yeah, we made him.
One of the strongest kaiju canonically, apparently.
Yep.
I'm excited for this movie. It's been... What, 7 years since?
I looked at those weird eyes and my first impression was Ultros?
Actually, I wanted to bring that up. The eyes are something they still haven't really stuck with yet in the, like, because, you know, this and Shin Godzilla, they were, like, 3D animated. They still haven't gotten the eyes right. And this image, he looks like he's got angry eyebrows, too.
It looks like
anime brows.
It looks like a Looney Tunes character.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. So... The rest of the design is cool. I like how big he looks. He's bulky.
My Godzilla, look how horrifying you look.
He looks
all the better to terrify you with, my dear.
He looks
what the fuck is that?
GMK Godzilla, obviously. He looks like a 3D effect of a suit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like they're going to try to make him look like a costume.
Yeah.
Like they mocapped him in like a studio, and then they just CGI.
But like the legendary Godzilla is also mocap, but he doesn't look like a suit. He looks like a giant like Godzilla lizard. You know?
Well, actually, they confirmed with this movie. He is fully CG.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm assuming someone under. Like really?
Yeah, just like ground up, computer generated. But maybe they went the Del Toro route of like keeping the idea that there is someone in a suit.
Yeah. Anyways, this looks good.
Yeah,
I hope it is.
Yeah. All right, and that's our news.
All right, on to Gotchard. So, if I could just start with this. If you wanted a prime example of how social anxiety works, this is the episode for you. We got two very good examples of that today in this episode.
Sabimaru on the phone.
Yeah, Sabimaru on the phone, and then Rene, someone telling them how to order food at a restaurant.
Yeah, you just see her like almost calculated as if it were alchemy, but it's just too much, and I feel that very much.
Yeah, that's why I always, whenever I go into a restaurant, I always know what I'm getting ahead of time, so I don't go.
Yeah, I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Although, like, fully have to say that confusion was completely on the fault of the store clerk, who was like, do you not know what you want to order? Okay, so set A comes with this, and this, and then set B comes with this, and this, and then you can have set C, which is this, and this.
I just want lunch.
It's so straightforward.
You idiots!
Oh, with this shit again.
No, but we need to talk about an order. The fucking opening scene where Hotaro goes goddamn Pokemon fishing.
Straight up.
Yeah, wow.
And for some reason needs the help of the smartphone, aka SpongeBob smartphone.
Yeah, I was thinking again of when we edited it as SpongeBob.
And I am pissed that fucking Smahotaru doesn't have an actual suit. It's another fucking wild form, and it was literally on screen just enough to blind the audience for 2 seconds before going away.
Gotta catch them all, Ichi. I actually genuinely thought it was hilarious, though, how he is, like, fishing for... What was it called?
Mechanicani.
Yeah, and, they're not even hiding it. Like, that's just a Pokemon thing now. It's a crab. You get in the fishing rod.
Yep.
Ugh.
And then the main plot of...
like, how is this gonna work? And then it does. It works.
Like, I could come up with this suit in fucking MS Paint and Photoshop in 5 minutes. What lazy effort. Although I did see that the concept art got posted of what all the wild forms would look like if they were actual suits. So it is heartening to know that there was some actual designs for
Concept
them.
or fan art?
Even if we may never see them. I think these are concept arts from one of their websites. Yeah, it's from an app where you like mix and match Chemi cards.
Yeah, they always do that. So
it's just like when Saber was airing, they had that Sword Driver app on their website that you could mix and match ride books on. So yeah, good to know there are actual suits designed, but now the question is, why are we not seeing them in the show?
At the very end.
That's Odori Mantis.
That's cool.
I imagine they'll post the other ones. There's which one is it? That's Energy Maru. That's the ninja and the pop card.
I like the cape on that one, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so they catch Mekanikani, and then the main plot of the episode is this rando kid who comes into the restaurant to hand them off Sabo Needle, who he just has in a fucking plant pot.
This is my friend.
They don't really communicate it super effectively, but like he shows up to hand it off, and then I guess Hotaro just assumes, oh, do you actually like him and want to keep him? And the kid is straight up like, no, I have to focus on my studies because Dad said so. And let's just be real, the dad who turned into the person who turned into the monster is clearly the father.
Clearly. It would be incredibly creepy if not, because that guy was just sort of watching this kid in a park then.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Oh yeah, and then there's the art for Bullet Chocho, and then the art for Mad Pilots.
That one's cool.
Yeah.
Purple. Was that when our guy gives us that like great line about kids, like not being able to be evil, or was that later?
I'm not sure.
Well, like he basically said, like, oh, okay, we can trust the kid with this because kids can't be evil.
Oh yeah. The kid comes in with Sabo Needle, and Hotaro wants to let the kid keep it because he's, I guess, on this mission not only finding and befriending all the Kemis, but he wants to have them coexist alongside humanity.
Which, fair, that he wants that.
It's an idealistic thought, but then we have to remember that whenever the Kemis get paired up with evil people, they turn into the Amalgams. So Hotaro just assumes that it's totally okay for this rando child that they've known for all of 5 minutes to keep the cactus monster because, after all, kids can't be evil.
This guy's never been to a school before.
This is so funny because I've just this past week saw articles on BlogTO about teachers in elementary schools who are genuinely afraid of the children because of the shit they do and say.
Oh, kids can say and do some vile things.
Kids say the darndest things.
Oh boy, do they.
Well, basically, and then Renge just sort of is just like, okay, I'm just taking you now.
And yeah, like Seven says in the chat, the main villain of our show is a child.
Hey, yeah.
Oh,
true.
They absolutely won't, but it would be so fucking funny if when Hotaro finally confronts the child of the evil three sisters, we just get like a throwaway line where it's like, wow, I guess there really are some evil children.
You proved me wrong.
You sure showed me.
And then it'll cut to the scene from Always Sunny when frickin' Charlie and Mac are just beating up those kids for stealing their bikes. That shit surprised me with that they got away with that.
It'd be hilarious if it like
for the.
Go ahead, Emily.
No, for the next part, I feel like me talking would not be as good at me as me showing my note that I put down.
Put it.
I was about to mention that. So yeah, we cut to a scene where Cell starts wondering if we switch to his secret porn stash. The shot of the church and Lachesis dressed as a nun. I almost didn't recognize her.
Like an old nun habit too. Like they don't wear those anymore. Like that's an old thing. But I just, like, my question is, where'd you get that? Like, did you just, like, raid the church? And didn't you say this is a church you recognize or something? Like,
this is a church that tokusatsu has used a lot. I reckon the main scene I recognize it from is episode 2 of Exade when Brave debuted. But I think Gar mentioned something else.
Oh, yeah.
It's the,
Where it goes through the window.
It's the, safe ground for, Ryuki.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the Church of Toei.
It's just the on studio chapel at
the
Toei lot.
Though, oddly enough, wasn't used in the Kiva finale.
Weird.
You know, the final scene where 2 of the main characters got married.
Well, clearly it wasn't a Christian ceremony, Gar.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. that makes sense.
But just she's just like, your prayers are disgusting. Feel the hate flow within you. Kind of like a thing with like
just real quick to the end.
Vader.
Just real quick at the end of that Kiva talk, just like Fangires, notably Presbyterian.
Emily, I know you're not.
He fuses with a dragonfly, and the way that it's constructed is the dragonfly's abdomen becomes like a pompadour haircut.
I felt personally slighted because they chose the dragonfly themed monster got a blonde pompadour, just like fucking Yanma.
I thought you were gonna say just like Egon Spankler in the cartoon.
Yeah, actually, that's another way to do it.
I have no idea why. It's just I hear the words blonde pompadour. That's all I can really think.
But yeah, so this is the Grey Tonbo Amalgam, complete with his weird blonde pompadour. And then, so we get this scene where Hotaro finds the child, whose name is Riku, playing with some weird, like, etch-a-sketch-ass fucking educational tablet game thing. And he tries to be nice to the kid, and the kid promptly tells him to fuck off.
It's kind of great.
And then we get, is Hotaro smarter than a 5th grader?
And he's not.
And definitely not.
No.
I mean, hey, look, to be fair, like, if you look at what kids have to, like, do at school today, you wouldn't get it. So, like, it's a lot more advanced than we were as kids.
I love how his logic is, I was an elementary grader once. That doesn't equate!
But he just looks at it, he's like, I can't read this.
What the fuck is a square?
I'd love to know what the actual questions were, because it's like, obviously it's in Japanese.
No one's, the subbers didn't bother subtitling the actual math problem.
What the answers are.
It's so fucking funny that someone who's supposed to be our protagonist alchemist is bad at math.
Yeah, but he's got the heart, so it's okay.
Yeah. So Hotaro goes, alright, fuck it, I'm gonna challenge this small child who has damaged my ego to something I'm good at.
Well, I love that, like, he kind of, like, looks to the, not to the camera, but to himself, like, wow, this kid's a brat. Maybe kids can suck.
And, so he challenges him to kick the can.
like, what was he said? Give me a juice if I win, or
he was like, he tries to figure out the math problem, and the kid is like, if you can't figure it out, you owe me a juice. So they get cans of Orange Burst,
which I wonder if that's a real thing, because there was like almost like a product placement close up on it almost. So I wonder if that's like a real thing.
I don't know. So then they get attacked by clearly the dad, who is, I guess. They didn't explicitly say it, but what I think is going on is the dad sees that Hotaro is distracting his son from his studies and decides to murder Hotaro so that his son can focus on his studying.
Very Japanese.
Yeah. They are obsessed with raising children to be intelligent.
Hopper literally took a bullet for him.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to get to that in due time.
So then we get this fun scene where Hotaro is running around screaming like a madman, and then he pulls out the Smafo Kemi. This fucking Pokemon exists to just be his cell phone for the rest of the series, I guess.
Yeah.
So he pulls it out and tries to call Sabimaru because he wants help, and he's just screaming at this poor socially anxious guy. And it happens to be the time where the tablet he uses to talk has died. Its battery's dead.
How convenient.
So he's just running around like completely fucking paralyzed. And that's when Spanner walks in and takes over the conversation.
Just big dick energy all over the floor, like.
And I love that Spanner's first response is to sit down at their computer and read its Pokedex entry.
What else would you do in that situation? I wanted to say this too. I actually really like the presentation and execution of that scene where like they're under attack. Like it felt like something you'd see in like a war movie, like with a sniper, like a genuinely tense moment. Because like, where the hell is he? You can't see him.
Yeah.
The way that they use the effects of like stuff like bursting up, like it was actually really interesting done scene. I thought.
Yeah.
Very intense.
Hotaro gets fucking sniped by this Great Tombo Amalgam.
Just straight up. Our protagonist dead in episode 5.
And that was after getting a near headshot earlier in that scene.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like hiding behind the tree and then just boom, like right by his head. And then like as Hotaro goes down, we're like, oh no, our main character's been shot again. And then it turns out he pulls out the fucking Hopper 1 card. Which I always keep close to my chest.
Hopper like caught it in his mouth.
Well, that card's ruined forever.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking like, oh my god, the card, but no, that's not how it works.
I guess they're super indestructible. Whatever. It's fine.
They're magic.
It's fine.
Sorry, not magic. Alchemy.
And the deluge of jokes of like, oh, thank goodness I kept my the one true Bible next to my heart this whole time. But the one I was thinking of, because he got hit and he made a bit of a performance of like, oh!
Yeah, he fully made it seem like he was actually shot and in pain and went down.
So it just reminded me of Frodo in Fellowship of the Ring when he got stabbed by the troll, but he didn't actually get stabbed, so all his
Yeah.
Little dramatic.
Oh no! Oh no! I was thinking of the scene from Problem Child. Are you okay, sir? Oh yes, officer. He got me in the prune.
He was so good in that movie, John Ritter. He was so good in that.
Yeah, he's great. He's great.
He was great in everything. Yeah, like, very sad death.
So next we get Hotaro flexing the math skills he can actually do, aka basic single-digit arithmetic.
I feel that.
Ooh. And he decides, oh look, the card I caught last week with the card I caught this week. I wonder if these two pair up. Surprise, surprise, they do!
Wait a minute, 8 plus 2 is 10. But that's...
It was 6 plus 4.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah.
This many!
More!
That makes this many! Holds our hands. And we get the debut of Needlehawk complete with stock henshin, baby! And it's glorious!
You got one!
It's a nice suit.
You know what? I'm gonna say, this is my favorite Gotchard form so far.
Really?
Ooh, the not blue one.
I love the armored look of it and its default mode, and then the wings fucking fold out and it looks so sleek.
Yeah, I love the fold out wings. I actually spaced out a little and didn't say this, but it's not really related to this episode, but I also put a note. I still don't know why green and purple makes cyan.
Yeah. No idea.
Why that color?
But yeah, Needlehawk is awesome. The helmet design is really good. The wings are awesome. It flies.
Gold and green go really well together.
Yeah. And then
after the Precure jump,
yeah,
Sabo Needle leaves.
Sabo Needle decides that it's sad, and that just turns off the henshin. And as he's falling through the sky, I know it's not what he actually said, but what he said sounded like, to my stupid Canadian ears, like, "Oh shit, Descadol!"
Look how you're gonna say my stupid
it was
American
probably what I was thinking. But like, and then the episode ends. That's the end of the episode. Like, I was completely, like, taken aback by that. Like, that's the end of the episode.
I said while we watched it, it's like, wow, a genuine cliffhanger. Like, yeah, like pretty early into the show too. Like, I mean, obviously he's gonna be fine. Like, but
wow, this series was only 7 episodes long.
Hey, it's the longest British sitcom ever.
Burn.
So yeah, next week is about fixing the sad boy again, and I guess Dokiri Shovel debuts.
We got also I'm assuming we're gonna reunite the father with the son.
Probably.
So like, I don't know. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot going on.
There's more to life than just studying for cram school. Not in Japan.
Not in Japan. Ugh, God, that's so true and sad.
I'm just thinking, how cruel would it be? Like, okay, episode ends with what's his name just falling to his death. Next episode begins, he's falling still, but then he starts narrating.
Yep, that's me.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
It's like,
and they just replay the entire episode again.
Why would you put that out into the world?
Because that would be funny.
They're listening.
That's how we can save even more money.
Then again, the episode's airing tomorrow night, so it's a little late.
I was about to say that. It's like, oh, so you want it to open like Megamind?
Yes. Oh, that's right. I'm falling to my death.
I love that movie.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Good episode.
Good episode. I didn't have as quite a good time as I did with last week's episode featuring the actual weeb, but I would say Gotchard's starting to find its steam.
Got him. I'm picturing you like, good Gotchard. Not great, but good.
Yeah, pretty much.
I still need to start watching Kamen Rider Gotcha Man.
Yeah, you mentioned while we were watching the episode you haven't watched any of Gotchard yet. I'm like, oh.
I have been very busy.
Yeah.
I'm not Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2, now available. I don't know if I've said this on air. I realized this week that they released both Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2 the same day, and how could you do this to me, you fools?
Why? You know why, right? Competition. it's Nintendo and Sony. They're rivals, and like they know that. Here's what they know: a lot of people are gonna buy both, so it doesn't matter. And also, some people are only gonna be able to buy one, which will mean one less sale for them, and that's why we do this.
I can't wait for this.
Isn't video games magical?
I don't give a. I was interested in Sonic Superstars, but I'm not $80 interested in Sonic Superstars.
I'm not.
I'm like $50 interested.
The game, I've watched footage of the game in action, and in action, the game reminds me of Sonic 4 visually, and I hate that.
Yeah, I've heard Sonic 4 is not good.
The level design seems fine. The multiplayer is cool. I've heard the battle mode is like forgettable at best. So I don't know.
Split the difference. Don't get either game. Get the new King Kong game.
No, that's even worse than all of them.
I've been here. Dog shit game.
Yeah, I know. We were looking at some footage. I'm like, this looks like a PS3 game.
At best.
At best.
All right. Before we move on to Kingohger, I believe Emily will be stepping out.
Yeah, fun. I am, because I am extraordinarily tired, but thank you guys for everything. I'm glad I could be here for Gotchard and for the...
Yeah, get some good sleep, Emily.
Yeah, take care. You guys too when you get there.
Have fun.
We'll get there. Except I get to be up at 5 a.m. this coming morning for the Final Fantasy XIV FanFest keynote.
You don't need to be.
Be careful then. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
If you would, sir.
Okay, Bazone.
So.
Oh boy!
I knew it! Didn't I fucking tell you?
I'm kind of angry, but...
tell you.
Okay. This isn't 100% confirmed yet, but it's in that direction. I know what you're talking about. Let's just get that... Let's talk about that first. Even though it's at the end of the episode. The implication is that, yes, Prince is Daigo and Ami's son. There are reasons why this makes no sense, or at least not immediate perfect sense. Think about this. Daigo and Uchi were the ones to go into space and follow Dugdead to the quote-unquote alternate future timeline. Now, because we have no knowledge of a third location for this series, the only assumption we can make is that they found themselves in the Kingohger time period / Chikyuus planetary space by following after Dugdead. Now, they said in the previous episode that Prince was sent back from the alternate timeline / the future back to the present day Earth, the Kyoryuger world version. There's so many terminologies to use. Okay. The problem with that is, if Prince was the direct son of Daigo and Ami didn't go to the future. So how the fuck did Prince get born and then get sent back?
No, but Ichi, time travel can also work where you can go to a point in a timeline where they're already, like, established a family, had a kid, and so they probably just scooped him from that timeline where they had a kid.
Yeah, it's a future Trunks situation.
Yeah.
That's what I think they are doing.
There's not enough information. There's not enough information about where exactly / when exactly Daigo and Uchi went.
But he almost slips out mom when he sees Ami.
I know. Like, that's the only thing arguing explicitly in favor of him being Ami's child instead of
fucking kid.
My other theory was that he was a possible distant descendant.
No.
Why would he call her mom?
See, that's the only thing keeping this anchored towards, yes, he is Ami and Daigo's direct son.
This is a bit messy, unfortunately, but I think what it is, like, Dad, I don't know the name, sorry. Dad left. Daigo left, right? I'm assuming he's coming back at some point.
That would be the hope.
Like, because, he's one of the heroes. Birds and the Bees happens. And they both go back, and then they live on the planet, and in the future, Prince is taken back. It's convoluted. Time travel's messy. Don't do it.
There's some timey-wimey bullshit happening, and it's not well explained.
And I'm just gonna say it. I feel like this could have been a lot easier to explain if they just switched it.
Yeah.
If it had been Amy went off into space.
Yes.
And, you know, you can leave a woman a certain present. Like,
yeah. And they could have fucked before they left.
Exactly. I guarantee they did. Like, that's what you do before a trip.
I gotta go defeat Doug Dead. Sure, at least I'm not pregnant. Shit, I hope not.
It's like up in space.
Anyways,
remember that? Sorry, hold on. Remember that Japanese meme a few years back of the pregnancy test?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I think that would have made it easier, but they decided to not make it easier. So, here we are.
Anyways, Princess Daigonomi's kid. Moving on.
And his actual name is Kiryu Daigoro. Yeah.
Also, I forgot that Nobu and Candelira was a thing.
I also
legit forgot about
completely forgot. It's been 10 fucking years.
I forgot there was a complete arc where they were in an episode together where they were in some dire circumstance and they just ended up really bonding over what happened to them. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. It was weird then. It's still weird now.
A little bit.
Yeah, it has been 10 years. And you also have to remember, that episode happened immediately after all the Kyoryugers got together for the first time.
Yeah.
Well, as we were saying, isn't that like, or am I thinking of the wrong people? It's like with Nadira and Lucas back in
yeah, that was also a thing.
I like when that
That
happened.
was cute as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Also, when Zane and Astronema kind of had a thing for
yeah,
each other.
Yeah.
Villain
precedent.
happens.
There's precedent.
Power Rangers.
Also, we saw fucking Deca Yellow. We saw Nobu's sister.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
AKA
did
this.
she have a-
Well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to spoil anything for people about to watch Kyoryuger.
And then that was their niece, right?
Yes.
Like her daughter. Okay, yeah. Because I think I remember she had a baby at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
okay. So
she had a.
It's the other girl there was Nobu's niece and Rika's daughter, because Rika is Nobu's sister.
Yeah.
I love that the episode opened with, "Oh shit, the giant monster showed up. None of us have Zords. What are we gonna do? Oh no, the bravery in my cells is not functioning properly."
He had his. Well, my work here is done. You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
Okay. Can we get into the Caucasus Castle thing? Because this is the most bullshit out of fucking nowhere.
Oh my god.
MacGuffin thing that they fucking pulled.
The
balls on these guys.
I'm kind of amazed that this is how they chose to debut the Caucasus Castle's third mode that we'd never seen up to this point.
By just having it shoot off into space.
So Gira concentrates on trying to contact Kuwagon, and this results in activating the wedding ring that Suzume had. Suzume, I forget which it is. That Rackley's gave to her when they got married, which means there was some sort of ploy in that. Why Rackley's would give his, this is nothing against her personally, but why he would give a artifact that had such an amazing and powerful functionality to this woman that he absolutely fucking hated.
Because maybe he actually loved her. There's something going on with those two.
Maybe he didn't know that did it?
Here's what's happened.
Rackley's has had some dumb moments, so possibly.
Here's what's happened. Okay? He's been alive this whole time, right? So he's been locked up in the tower, and in that time, he's developed Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
So,
that would be amazing if he's been up in the tower this whole time, just like in the room where Suzune was held prisoner before.
I told you before. They did a twist of the tail. Instead of Princess in the Tower, it's the Prince.
You know what she did? She kept bugging him until he gave it to her.
Bugging him.
Oh, that ring's so pretty. I want. Here, just take it. Just fuck off.
As stupid as that sounds, let's also remember that she tricked him into telling her the secrets of the Crown Lance and the castle by pretending to be dying.
This is very true.
She's a Dabowski, guys. Come on.
Okay, so here's the part going back to Caucasus, like going off into space. Maybe I missed something. Was there a portal or did it just fly?
I think it just flew.
hyperspace.
Okay,
It went ludicrous speed.
Obviously, this doesn't disprove, but like that leads more credence to these are just two planets separated by a vast distance. Not it's the same planet in different time periods.
Here's the thing. A lot of people have been talking about the difference between Kyoryuger Earth and Kingohger Chikyuus mention the possibility of time dilation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the idea is that there's two theories. One, they are the same planet at two different time periods, and the act of traveling between the two spaces causes the time dilation that basically just sends you back to the same planet, but X number of years later.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, we've all seen the map of Chikyuus. It is very similar to Earth.
But not even that. Like, we saw the globe this time. Like, that's Africa. Like,
yeah.
It's Africa. That's Europe. That's the Middle East.
When Jeremy was talking about the two planets, we saw shots of Earth and Chikyuus. When we saw Earth, that was clearly Japan and Asia around it. And then they cut to Kingohger's Chikyuus, and that's clearly the landmass of Africa. So there are two ongoing theories, both of which are about equal credence, and neither of which we have 100% irrefutable confirmation on. One, they are two different planets that just happen to be similar, but two, they are the same planet at different points in time.
Yes, Gar.
Gar has a hand up.
I think you guys are really overthinking this.
Welcome to Castranger, Gar.
Have you been here?
It just seems like you guys are really overthinking it when it's just
Hondo P.
It's just a 3D model of Earth that they already have in stock.
Well, no, and I agree, but like to me, that just leads like I've said before, I'll say again, the way the Sentai works the least is when it's acting like a Sentai, where they don't care about stuff like visual continuity and making sense. Yeah. Because if maybe it's they straight up just didn't want to tip their hand, but it's like I think we're there where we need to just say what's going on.
Yes, we're at the point of the show where we need to start revealing the mysteries of the plot line.
And like I said, I'm not against the idea of it being, it was like Paul was saying, of it being like a Planet of the Apes situation. But again, I do think the theme works so much better if the humans took over the planet from the Bugnarok, I think that just fits better, but who knows?
I think what I'm going to do is operate under the assumption that Chikyuus is in fact Earth in the far future, because that means that what we have is a timeline where a section of humanity left Earth in the Caucasus Castle, and that's Jeremy's father's sect of humanity, left Earth, traveled through space and time, and in the difference of time on the actual planet, what was left of humanity died out. The Bugnarok appeared, took over. Maybe they came from another planet. I don't know. But the point is, humanity died out, as civilizations are wont to do. The Bugnarok took over. Then we cut to Kingohger era, or rather 2,000 years beforehand. The Bugnarok are ruling the planet. Caucasus Castle comes flying in, having traveled through time. Their version of humanity settles on the planet, not realizing they're invading not only the home of another species, but their previous home, and just through hilarious, ironic consequence, or convenience, decide to name the planet Chikyuus in tribute to the old Chikyuus. Not even I love how they were so lazy they decided to name it the exact same name instead of New Chikyuus or Chikyuus 2 or something.
Or Bob.
P2.
Planet Bob.
Chi-2.
I like that movie.
But yeah, so it's not super clear, but that theory makes the most amount of sense, I think.
See, okay, Thunder, yeah, when you say it like that, it does sound stupid. So they traveled to the same place where they departed from? Yes. That's what happened in the Godzilla anime movies.
Let's as stupid as it sounds where they left one planet and reached the same planet, let's remember how space works.
Which is no one knows.
No, what I mean is planets are always moving and rotating through space.
Yes.
So at a different point in time, it would be somewhere else.
Yes.
And the universe is always expanding. So X number of years later, it would be somewhere else in space.
Yeah, because what Sal was saying was in Godzilla Monster Planet, they left humanity because of Godzilla attacking them, and they left for 25 years, and then when they came back, Earth was 20,000 years older.
Yeah. So like again, we're like the whole time though.
Time dilation. It has to be what's happening.
Here's what's going to happen in the show though. At some point, they're going to start explaining all this to like their retainers, and like Sebastian will once again be the voice of reason and say, I think it's best you don't worry about this sort of thing and just enjoy yourselves.
That goes for you all, too.
That goes for you all, too.
Yes. I think that's what we need at this point.
It's
okay, well, anyways...
Sorry, like RSA?
I was just going to say, you guys mentioned the whole time, difference between time and space and all that jazz. It's funny, in a project I'm working on, I have a character that's, like, canonically, like, 50, but he looks like 20.
Okay.
Because he's been just zooming around space.
So he's Thouser.
The question that I still have, and we're gonna sorry to go back to the whole Prince thing, is if Daigo and Uchi traveled out following Doug Dead and ended up in Kingohger version of Chikyuus, and that's where Prince was sent back from, wouldn't we have seen them?
Exactly, but that's the thing though. You don't know how long ago or how recent like Doug Dead did what he did to the Kyoryuger's version of Earth.
Well, they mentioned...
Did Doug Dead do it?
Doug Dead, did Doug Dead do it?
Well,
Is he the Doug Dad?
Well, they mentioned episode 32 that Doug Dead showed up 8 years ago, or 2 years after the defeat of Dayboss. So then the ninjas looked at that and we were like, nope.
So maybe where Daigo and Uchi ended up was 8 years before the start of Kingohger.
Possibly.
Honestly, guys, you've lost me.
Yeah. This is the problem when you guys...
Do I need to go full whiteboard again?
We're going to have to at some point. But like, part of the problem is... Oh, hold on, Lane. Part of the problem is we don't have the full picture yet.
Yeah.
So like,
there's not enough data.
Like... Sorry, Lane?
Well, anyways, let's move on from that and let's talk about how Rita's so fucking adorable and hugs Luck Hero like this is Mofun. It's so cute.
Yeah, they start bonding over manga, and she's like, "Do you have any Mofun to Ishoni?" And Lucky Hero's like, "What the fuck is a Mofun?"
And for a second, I thought Rita was gonna like, "We need to leave.
We have to leave this terrible planet."
Like you know how they all have that little desk area?
Yeah.
Just she runs in. Just move your phone. We have to leave now.
Just all collapses.
But I just love how we discover in this episode that Jeremy's Venomic shooter apparently also has a hologram mode.
I was literally expecting one of them to go,
no, of course.
Since when gonna do that? Like
this key
it was remember, it was a memoir from her dead mother, Necrophilia.
This key lets you make coffee.
I was just thinking of Mr. Coffee.
Mr. Makes you hot.
Yeah.
It was really cute seeing Rita hug Lucky Hero, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but alright.
Yeah, so Nobuharu and Rika show up and give all of the Kingohger's normal modern clothes, and I swear to God, I had no idea how unready I was for Himeno in pigtails and short shorts.
Can I do something?
Damn!
Every teenage.
I liked Rita's outfit.
Screenshotted that.
Yeah.
I liked Rita's outfit. It was cool.
Yeah.
No, everyone did look fun too, though. Like, yeah, you don't really.
Gears looked like it was falling apart.
Well, it was just loose, and there was a hole in it that was stylistically shaped.
That's how we know he's on the streets, because his clothing.
Yanma puts on a jean jacket to no one's surprise.
Yeah, Yanma like from a distance didn't look like he had changed at all.
And then you have fucking Kaguragi over here dressed like a fucking what the fuck am I thinking of? He's dressed like some sort of
porn star.
That is also true. I'm thinking of something specific that I can't remember the word for.
What's it from?
And then Nobu tried to like pull the old man joke with Kaguragi, which kind of Kaguragi like went over his head, and I was just like, no, you guys will never beat the joke that you did with like him and Blue Buster, where like he also acknowledged that they were the same age, and he's like, yeah, I get you. I got that because I'm in my 30s too.
He looks like a fucking playboy. I think that's the best way I can describe it.
Oh, okay.
Like he looks like he's about to go hit on women.
Well, like, I mean, they're pointing out in the chat, he looks like a sitcom dad.
Kinda.
A little. But I get what you're saying, too. He definitely looks like a sitcom. He looks like a Quagmire type, you know?
the big Lebowski.
They're calling him Quagmire 2.
Quagmore.
He appears to be a mecha quagmire.
All right, so let's get to the battle.
So Amy
cool.
finds the Judenryus that are locked up
in this force field.
Yeah, in this evil electric force field, and then Prince and Gira save her from the Zorima. And I love how low key the introduction is. Like, hello, mommy. I mean, Ami.
You call me mommy?
No,
mommy.
And then he introduces Ami to Gira, and it's like, this is my friend who saved me. He's the evil king. And Gira's like, hi, I'm the evil king.
That was the one time that worked for me.
Also, when Gira did like his evil king laughter to like try to hype everyone up, I was like, Gira, stop. Please.
I thought we were done with this bit.
Oh my god!
Every time he does that laugh now, I'm just like, stop it, please.
It was fine last episode when you were tricking Prince into being motivated, but we established during the summer festival arc that you don't need to do this shit anymore.
And it's not even that. Like the situation just does. Like, you know, people's lives have been ruined. Like,
Gira is so fucking socially tone deaf, and he looks at all these people who just nearly had what's little of their crumbling lives destroyed, and goes, "Laugh!
Damn it! Please clap."
And then we got like. And then we got another bullshit fucking Deus Ex Machina thing where just Daigo magically telepathically speaks to Prince and goes, "Hey Prince, you're doing a good job. I am trusting Gabatira to you now."
I'm busy. Take care of my sword. Bye.
I literally thought the Gabatira was the one talking to him.
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
That would make sense. Like,
that was his dad. That was King.
Yeah.
I am a dinosaur.
I'm a dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur.
I love the absolute flagrant disrespect of the audience by when they start getting into the battle. Prince throws the golden Judenchi into Gabatira's mouth, and you see it for all of one scene before they switch back to the stock Kyoryuger footage where he's got the normal battery in his mouth.
Yeah,
the absolute flagrant disrespect for people paying attention.
Gar, you have made a great point too. Like, thank God this stock footage is 1080p.
Yeah. Thank God Kyoryuger was the first Sentai to air in high definition.
How fucking funny would it have been if just they keep cutting back to Kyoryuger footage and it's just awful looking?
Well, no, it's like the crossover was with Z-Ranger, like
Kyoryuger.
No, like the original Mighty Morphin.
Z-Ranger.
Like, so like it cuts to that stock, and it's like 4x3, like grainy as fuck.
So we didn't get the full experience, but like I want to show Cell like another time. But like how Cell is with the original like Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord like transformation sequence. I'm that with the Kyoryugen transformation sequence because holy fucking shit, I just love all the sound effects, the music,
the Kyoryugen
just at the end, just hearing Olshay just fucking yell out Kyoryugen, just like I'm sorry to be like really vulgar about this, but I got like such a fucking nostalgia boner for it. I was just like, oh yeah.
I thought you were going a lot.
I forgot how much I missed that shit.
I guess we'll talk about
such a good transformation.
The Kyoryugen transformations in Kyoryuger are all amazing and consistent and so good.
We talked about this a little bit in the news, but yeah, I think this will be one I'll eventually check out on, and I'll wander with you most likely because
we can add it to our Thursday night watchings.
Could do. But, yeah, I mean, it's got dinosaurs.
We'll get to that in a second, Decker, because
we got things to say.
We got the Kyoryugers transforming again like old times.
No. Before that, we're not there yet. So the fight starts happening, and we haven't finished talking about it, but so Suzume, the ring activates because Gira starts like praying to communicate with Kuwagon, and that activates the ring that Suzume has, which then communicates with the castle, and that turns it into its Shoe God mode, which then rockets it off. And as it's taking off, we see compartments open in it, and all the Shoe Gods like sneak inside. So I guess it's also a carrier Zord.
Also a carrier, which is interesting.
And don't you just love it when size is wildly inconsistent?
It's the best thing ever in Sentai. I love it.
Because there are shots earlier in the show of the other Shoe Gods sitting on top of the castle walls of it in castle mode, as if they are approximately the same size.
Yeah, you're right.
And then in this shot, the castle takes off into the sky, and the shoe gods are apparently small enough to sneak into these tiny little compartment holes on its ass.
Yeah, there's definitely some... I've been saying this for a while, but there's a lot of scale wonk with the shoe guns.
7 is correct, though, in that we've seen in the God Kingohger transformation that the size of the castle can be changed.
Which, true, but then it got even bigger?
Which makes me feel even worse for all the people of Shugadam who got evacuated into the castle last time God Kingohger was used.
What I feel bad for, then...
That's not how castles work!
It is now!
You know the ones who I feel bad for now? Now that I know that ship got even bigger? Okay, so, you know, they're all dead because of the afterburner, right? Like, you know, you ever seen, like, a shuttle launch? They have to clear that shit out for miles.
Oh, yeah.
For normal rocket ships.
Suzume has been burned to a crisp.
Suzume has been utterly vaporized. Like, she is but atoms.
I'll just go ahead and say the ring also projected a barrier and kept her safe.
Sure. No, she ended up like Seymour from Futurama.
No.
Just like fully like not incarcerated.
Carbonated?
Yeah, carbonated. And just
carbonated?
No, Lane, you know what it is? It's like, remember in Judgment Day when Sarah sees the vision of the future and just gets incinerated?
Yeah. Oh my god, I love that shit.
And also, one other complaint I'm going to make that's super petty, but absolutely a minute detail. Why the fuck did Suzume have the crown lance?
Why not?
Because Gira didn't have it.
Like, well, wait.
Wait, he's holding it right there in the group shot.
No, but that was after. I will say that was after the castle comes to Kyoryuger Earth.
And like, maybe.
But I have to point out, before that happens, we see Gira transform and he's holding the crown.
Yes.
Which means, how the fuck does Suzume have the crown lance with the crown on it?
Well, wait, didn't we establish that there's 2 crowns once before, like as a gag? Because like, how could he have done it? Wasn't there something?
That was a fake. That was the episode where they revealed Kamejim.
Yeah.
But then it exploded because the joke was over.
Yes, true.
So, I guess the crown lance can just freely teleport between...
It's like...
Gira and the castle.
It's like
through space and time.
It's like Mjolnir, I guess.
Toku weapon. It's a Toku weapon you can pull out.
It's my job to be Mr. Belt Mechanics nitpicky on this show. I will point out.
It's not a belt mechanic though. It's a weapon.
It has to do with a power set.
In all honesty, like again, like this is one of those. We have 22 minutes. We got to do this now. Like that's it. That's what the reason is.
Also, they butchered the Kyoryuger opening.
Hey, you talk about the music. For a second.
So they everyone's bravery has been drained by DeBoss, and the way to restore it, as they discover through the mural, is to play the Earth's melody, which was very much a plot point in Kyoryuger. And anyone who watched Kyoryuger knows that the Earth's melody is literally just the Kyoryuger opening theme song.
Oh, so wait, can we talk about that piano beat for a second then?
Yeah, Himeno is playing the piano to the kids in this episode.
But not just that, like, because like. At this point, we are under attack. The Mooks have made it into the resistance group. Himeno, she realizes she can do this while fighting. Then she goes over to the fucking piano.
And by the way, it's so funny that there was not a single moment of her looking at this modern digital electronic keyboard and going, "What the fuck is that?"
You know what? Income Sofa exists. Like, I can't imagine she gets surprised by tech.
You know what? That's valid.
But like the whole thing was like, look. It's a Sentai, it's a Toku. I understand that the Mooks, the villains, are only matter when they're on camera. This was pushing it. Like
I mean, hey, if you're gonna complain about someone playing music during combat, then we should just delete the Bard class from D&D.
Yes. No, but you get what I mean. Like, it went from her, like, in a sword fight to over, there's no mooks, there's nothing, no sign that there's any issue at all.
Which is so funny, because at another point in the episode, her and Ian are the ones complaining about, oh, the mooks just keep coming!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Also, funny thing was, Ichi learned today that, what's his name, Ian Yorkland?
Yeah.
Is most likely a reference to Jurassic Park.
I've never watched it, so I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
That completely recontextualizes the entirety of Kyoryuger for me.
Well, because, like, he's the Black Ranger, right?
Yep.
Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park wears basically only black. And he's a scientist,
Does he shoot guns?
No.
Oh, okay. But he's a ladies' man?
He is a bit of a ladies' man.
Just like Ian in this.
He's an archaeologist in this, right?
Yes.
That's not what
Ian
Ian is.
Stop it. Get your fucking dick head out of your dick.
You were about to say, get your dick out of her?
Yep.
Too late.
My guy, it never went in.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Okay, let me. But did Ian in this ever wear this though?
Oh.
Did this ever?
I also forgot.
I don't remember.
I also forgot. So Jeremy's smile usually never creeps me out, but the one time it did was when he just walked over and he's like, "Guys, do I have some information to share with you?" And it just cuts to, like, before it cuts to the next scene, it's just him staying there smiling. I'm like,
yep.
All right, Jeremy, you don't need to do that.
I got some plot drops.
I also, like, we made the joke that he was the only one who didn't change. Like, he was wearing his normal Jeremy clothes, which, okay, idea. Have we ever seen him not wearing, this might sound weird, have we ever seen him not wearing a shirt?
No. Well, all we know for sure is that one of his hands is Bugnarock.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe there's more than just the hand. And that's why
I expect it to be like half his chest.
No, yeah, I'm picturing like a full-on, like, a cross sort of situation.
Probably. We'll just have to wait for the Jeremy Hyper Battle video.
Or no, it's like a RoboCop situation where, oh, no, his whole body is that. It's just the head and the one arm that aren't bug.
Oh, geez.
That'd be interesting, I think. If he's mostly bug.
I don't know. We'll have to hope and see.
All right, well, let's
is that concept? Is that official concept art of him?
If so, it's basically what I was
There's
saying.
our answer.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Very cool.
Oh, so he's Nightmare from Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah. So yes, they play the Earth's Melody, which is literally just the Kyoryuger opening, and unfortunately, instead of the actual song sung by the actual artist, they have all the random extras in the scene sing it, and holy fuck do they butcher it.
Oh, they are all off. You can, like, it's a lot of kids, so I'll cut them some slack, but, like, you can see in some of the shots, they're clear, like, one little girl especially was, like, bobbing her head along with, like, what was clearly, like, the cue cards.
Yeah, or, like, the director.
Yeah.
Or, like, conductor.
But,
whoa!
And like, I was like, wow, Ichi, this is the show you want me to watch?
We'll show you the actual opening later. Yeah, so everyone's bravery gets restored. The Kyoryugers get their powers back. Everyone morphs up, including the Kingohgers, now that the Shoe Gods are here. And then we have our two teams fully assembled, ready to fight Kabuto Bunshin. 33 episodes. It took 33 episodes, but we finally got what I accept as a proper Kingohger roll call. And I knew, the second I knew that there was going to be a Kyoryuger crossover, I know I said this on air, I knew that the Kyoryugers were going to be the ones to teach the Kingohgers how to do a proper fucking roll call. And lo and behold, we got it, complete with glorious animations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It's done!
So is there something you can buy off your wish list?
No, I made no promises associated with the roll call. The exact wording of my challenge was if we got stock tensions for all 6 Kingohgers.
Lame.
I owe nothing for this, but I'm happy nonetheless.
And you know, it looked cool. It was great. Like these crossover like henshin togethers. Mm-hmm. Is there a term for that?
Team up henshins?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like, we got all the shots, we got the roll call, they did the colored explosion in the back. Like, it's everything you want. Gar, you look like you had something to say.
Oh, no, for once I was actually just stretching.
Oh, okay. it was cool.
But yeah, and they did the thing that, like, most Sentai and Power Ranger crossovers do, where we got the, like, colored explosions behind them. I love it.
If they just had to add one more thing. Mm-hmm. Just after the roll calls. Waida! Super Sentai! And then they'll like the explosion.
Yeah.
Like together we are Super Sentai.
I know what you mean. To answer you, Crimson Riot, they have done parts of this roll call in earlier episodes, but not to the degree of what I'd consider like a proper Sentai roll call, because they either didn't say the team name at the end, or they didn't have like animations and backgrounds and such like this one did. So it felt like a slow, gradual process to get here, and we have finally reached what I consider to be the Kingohger roll call.
Nice.
There you
Glad
go.
you got it.
If I had to nitpick, the one thing I would add is that they don't say their ranger names; they say their human names. Whereas with the Kyoryugers, they say like Kyoryu-den, Kyoryu-bu.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the way they could easily mitigate that, which they've done in previous versions of this roll call, is have the sound effects from their transformations play after they say their name.
So it's almost like you got some editing to do.
Yeah. So like, Jaku no Gira, and then you hear Kuwagata Oja. And
You should legit make that.
I could do that. It's easy.
Yeah.
But as we've seen from previous attempts of me trying to fix things for Sentai, it's probably going to get flagged and copyright struck.
Yes. But
Oh yeah.
And on a side note, I want to point out, I don't know what it was at the last time I checked it and mentioned it on air, but that video I did where I threw together all of the Dawn Brothers stock henshins is at over 180,000 views.
It's almost like people want this or something. It's
like people love Dawn Brothers.
That's weird. Before we wrap up on this, one little thing going back that we both thought was very funny. When Gira did his, like, I am the Tyrant King, I don't know if it was an accident, but Yanma gave a little, like...
He was, like, visibly, like, shook.
Yeah, so I wonder if
it's like it was caught off guard, startled by it.
Yeah, like, I legit wonder if Yanma's actor was just not expecting
And also, after they had done their roll calls, and there was that shot where it was, like, scrolling by each of them, as the team, like, going side by side through one of them, as it showed Gira, you get a quick little,
Yeah, oh yeah, that
and then it, like, abruptly cut off.
I forgot about that. Yeah, but, like, literally, like, he gave his laugh, but, like, clearly couldn't do the whole thing.
It was it was almost like Doppler effect kind of thing.
God, I nearly broke my teeth on that.
I have it written in my notes as the drive-by evil laugh. One thing I noticed that Kyoryuger, people who have watched Kyoryuger will take specific note of, most of the Kyoryugers in this scene fight using their Kentro Spiker weapons, their armed-on weapons, but Ian was an exception. He was dual-wielding the Gabari Caliber and Feather Edge, Torin's sword, so it was very nice to see that nod to Kyoryuger.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Makes you sad to remember. Oh yeah, Torin's sword dead.
Spoiler.
Dude, the show's only 10 years old.
But yeah, then we get they fight off Kabuto Bunshin, and then he grows big like normal Sentai monsters do.
Because.
Yeah, because it's not Kingohger.
Yeah.
Then we summon all the Zords, we get Kyoryujin and normal Kingohger. It's awesome to see them fight side by side. Although I'm going to go into nitpicky mode again and go, they shouldn't have the Judenken, or whatever the fuck it's called, the sword, unless there's all 5 of them present. Yeah, if I remember Kyoryuger correctly.
Yeah, but Soji had building collapse on him. So like when they summon like the three of them, Soji's probably just on the ground, be like, Ian, yeah? Ah!
Get the kids. Just the flare.
Just like the adrenaline rush just stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, so we get to see them fight together and finish off the monster, and it's awesome, and then hooray, everyone's restored and everything's okay.
Or is it?
For now. And yeah, that at the end is there where they reveal that Prince is just a nickname, his real name is Kiryu Daigoro, and we get this cute little scene where Ami has no fucking clue what's going on.
She's like, I've never had oh no.
Does that mean Prince is Jesus?
Oh. Or is he the prince that was promised?
Oh, is that a reference to something?
It's a Game of Thrones thing.
Oh.
Or maybe when
they did it.
Or maybe when Daigo and Uchi come back. Hey, Ami, where are we going? You've been gone a while. I'm busy. Yeah.
I was the wow.
Oh no! Would it be like? I'm glad they didn't do this. It would have been like gross if this like took like a Back to the Future style turn where the mom is like attracted to him.
Oh,
you're cute. But he knows.
You seem familiar.
You seem a lot like my boy. Ah!
Yeah, it's like a Bulma Trunks thing.
You seem a lot like my boyfriend, except younger.
You're starting to sound like my husband.
Hey, let's go out for strawberry.
Can I call you daddy?
Oh.
There's something fucked up.
And then we get everyone doing an ending dance to a brand new song, which is pretty kind of mid.
Yes.
Yep. Like, just do the actual.
I don't remember. I don't remember if that was the same ending dance Kingohger had before that I hated, but this one seems just as awful if it is not the same.
So as far as
I think it was the Kyoryuger ending dance, but just to a different song.
No. They were like making crowns with their fingers. That was new.
Or it could be a hat
or a boat,
a pterodactyl. So as far as crossovers go, how'd you feel about this, you guys?
I enjoyed it immensely.
I loved it, especially since it was full of actually relevant plot drops for Kingohger.
That's what I was gonna say too. They kept the story up. They didn't need to.
They made it relevant,
and it's sounding like they're gonna keep it going to some degree. So.
Yeah, because fucking Mini-Tier is in the next episode.
So I wonder if they're gonna show up there.
We're at very minimum we're getting King Kyoryuger. So.
Yep, and they didn't talk about anything else in the coming episode thing, did they? Nothing at all. Nothing important. Nothing at all. I think we should move on to our featured topic, shouldn't you?
Shugo mask, you say?
What? Who could that be?
Yep.
Who's that coming down the stairs wearing an outfit visually similar to Rackley's uniform, but wearing a slightly different color scheme?
In terms,
it's damn.
Just in terms of crossover things, it's all right. I feel like it is a bit forced because you have Kingohger doing its own thing. And literally left field, we gotta do the Kyoryuger stuff. To me, it feels a bit left field. Mainly because the only thing that I can really compare it to is Gotchard and Zyuohger's crossover. Where they sort of do the exact same thing, where you have a previous Sentai show up, you have lore details for the new show in that said crossover that eventually lead into other elements, like Zuo Whale.
Yeah.
Which I feel like that was done just a bit better than this. Because again, I'm still confused by the whole
I know.
Earth,
the one thing that doesn't make this
the
one thing that makes this a non-perfect crossover is the whole time dilation and difference between the two planets, quote unquote, is still not satisfactorily explained.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to throw that up to it's not done. Like we don't have.
There's more to do.
So.
There's more facts to find.
Yeah, but yeah. So obviously surprising no one. Someone's coming back next week. So I'm very curious what the reason's going to be.
My immediate thought is let's remember that we literally just had the same shit pulled with Karas. So my first guess is that he's revived through Grody's power.
So he was dead the whole time.
Which, if so, would mean that he was dead. The alternative is that he wasn't dead and is actually back and is now working for Doug dead?
Well, okay, here's my thing. That mask is meant to be him, right? At least that's what they're implying.
Supposedly.
I feel like maybe he got brought back as a monster form or something.
Maybe. They are calling him Shugo Mask, like Shugo Kamen, so it is a mask. He has a face under there.
So,
he just takes it off.
I have a proposal for you. So I said that if Hercules was confirmed not to be dead anymore, alive, that would pre-order or get the OG Caliber Zero.
You said that if he was confirmed dead, you would do it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Stop trying to spend money that you don't have.
Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Lane, what'd you buy?
What'd you do?
No, I didn't buy anything. Never mind. Anyways, I'm happy he's back.
We're not. We don't know 100% that this is Rackley's. It's evidence so far is circumstantial, not confirmed. B, if it is Rackley's, we still don't know if he is actually alive or if he was revived by Grody. So there's a lot still up in the air.
What should just be a flash moment where he takes the mask off? I have no idea who this is.
Right? It could still be someone else. And also, another thing that's apparently happening is, because of time dilation between travel of the two planets, apparently, when they get back to Chikyuus, Kingohger era, some amount of time has passed.
Oh no, we're having another time skip episode.
I don't know how much time, but apparently it's been long enough that Doug Dead is now actually ruling, and the citizens of Shogadem are pissed that they were left alone.
No one seems to like their monarchs in this.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't their choice. They kind of got warped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not their choice.
But again, we have another situation with where they pretended Jeremy was bad, where they're going to have to explain their actions to the public.
Oh my god, it's all coming apart.
Plus, we went to this other Earth. There was dinosaur people.
What the fuck's a dinosaur?
That's what I was saying to Sal when we were watching the episodes. Like, what we don't know is if Kingohger-Kyoryuger is a different planet, which again, there's evidence for and against. If there is a different planet from Earth, does Chikyuus have dinosaurs in its prehistory?
I'd argue, I don't know if we've seen animals, period, other than insects.
Yeah.
On Chikyuus.
So far, the Bugnok have been the only natural non-human life we've seen.
It's a pretty fucked up planet. But yeah,
like not even so much as like dogs or cats or anything. I think.
haven't seen a bird in the sky.
Speaking of bugs.
All right.
B-Fighter.
These episodes.
I see what you did there.
These episodes were more stable, is what I'll say.
Begrudging respect from Ichi.
I gotta say, I think what shined here, especially, was the villains.
Yes.
The villains really shined in these 3 episodes.
Yes,
absolutely.
I was gonna literally say that.
Especially that bug sorcerer. Holy shit, was she fucking cool?
Oh, we'll get to her.
So I'll just say straight up, like I didn't watch the other episodes you guys watch, so I don't have this.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
I watched these all 3 episodes, and I was like, this feels like 90s Toku, and all that entails, all the cheesiness, all the stock footage, all the charm. Like I found these episodes charming to a degree, and I'll admit a lot of that's probably the nostalgia of just I love the look of 90s Toku, you know. But so this, like, we got a little 3-part story going on, and like Lane said, it focused more on the villains, which is interesting. And Gar, why don't you take it away?
So Lord Jamal
Gaum.
Lord Gaum. He's just done. He's like, you 3 are the worst.
You've been fucking up for 16 episodes.
Your incompetence is staggering.
Good day. I actually like that, though, when in these kinds of shows the villain brings it up. You keep losing. Prove that I shouldn't fire. Prove that I shouldn't just destroy you now.
Why do you
see
think
all
I
the red marks on the floor? Those are the generals before you.
That's the best piece.
They explicitly say that the floor is stained with the blood of previous generals.
And I love when not what's his name in the show?
Noxic?
Yeah, no, but in this.
Schwartz.
Schwartz, like, I love his Schwartz, because he's like kind of the silly one. I love his maybe it was the typhus guy. One of them really looks at the floor like, what the hell? Like, are you kidding?
Like, oh shit, there's a lot of blood. So they decide, Jera decides, wait a minute, they just beat one of my assassins. If we take the monster DNA from Gigaro's group, with the mechanical stuff of Schwartz's people, we can create a powerful being.
The whole thing of the show with the villains up till now has been each of them is the commander of a completely separate faction of the villains. Jera leads the mercenaries, Schwartz leads the mechanical section, and Gigaro leads the synthroids, which are like biological fusion creatures. The monsters.
Yeah.
They've each been 3 separate factions, and every week up until this point, it's been which faction is sending out a monster.
BT dubs, I like that. I like that angle, that the generals actually have something to do, rather than just stand around the villain and go, what will we do today, master? Like,
that is one thing that I will say I like about these versions compared to the Magnivores from Beetleborgs.
What a name.
Yeah.
But, I actually also liked kind of the format of this episode, because the episode opens, I believe, right on a fight.
Yeah.
And they're having a fight with this guy, and they did it. They did the thing they're supposed to do at the end, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Which, that's a fun little setup, because, like you said, this is more of the villains thing.
It's a non-traditional episode.
And I actually really liked how you could almost take, what's his name? Gomer?
Gaum.
Gaum. Galum is almost sounding like a hero mentor. You need to know how to work together, and only then will you achieve your goals. And like, you know, that goal being world domination, but you know, it's a good message. Work together.
Yeah.
Even villains can learn this.
Yeah. Even villains
makes
can have
the dream
morals.
work, everyone. I want that in a bridge now, where he's just the nicest guy.
That'd be actually pretty good. So like. And it's an interesting idea they do here, where they say, okay, the monster that just got beaten, let's all fix them together.
Yeah.
And do something
Let's
new.
collab.
Let's do it.
I just like to think in the next episode, like, he's like, guys, clearly relying on your friends to defeat the B-Fighters wasn't working out. You guys gotta do it yourselves. You have it in you to defeat the B-Fighters. Go do it, man, guys.
Oh, come
Come on.
We'll get there.
Do you want me to destroy all of you? I will. I'm gonna paint this carpet more red with the blood of all the previous ones.
But I will.
I don't want to, but I can, because I'm Lord Galum.
I just love that in that scene early in episode 17 where they're like actually starting to work on powering up Deathmold. At one point, one of them is just like, "Ha-ha! Screwdriver!"
Oh yeah, Schwartz is like, "Screwdriver!" And like, where it's like, man, I can't wait for the future Kamen Rider, where it literally just shouts, "Screwdriver!"
Screw.
Then where was it where we go see the heroes and they're interacting with those people? Like, what was the situation?
The little they were talking about how like the assassin that has fought. He calls himself the Grim Reaper, but you were more fascinated by how the little boy had said.
Okay.
On this.
One of the main kids on his sweat. I'm assuming it was in like some form of English, but it literally said top font was in honest, and underneath it said "fine boy." What the hell? Like,
I just imagine this is a kid who just displays his emotions on his shirts.
It'd be amazing if it changed over.
That's what I was
like when he was scared, terrified,
fine boy.
Because I'm always a fine boy. But it's just like I need to make it my life's mission to get that sweater now.
Yeah, so they power up Deathmold from his weird green mercenary form into this super creature bird looking thing with cannons sticking out of his shoulders.
They gave him everything that they like. They gave him a cannon, they gave him a sword, they gave him what was
a tail.
The poison tail.
Poison tail. Like they said, it's like a mixture of everything.
They made him the perfect weapon. Except for one flaw.
Except for one major flaw.
Who does he work for?
Oh no, we didn't.
I just love that, like, they spend the episode like, he's so powerful, he's got things from all three factions, he has no weak point! And then it turned out the weak point was the very thing that made him who he was.
Like so many of us.
I mean, hell, G-Stag was ready to fucking...
Wait, hold on. Because that is something we need to talk about in earnest.
Oh, yeah.
I just absolutely, like, loved how... Like, they just all team up, and, like, I love how it's working. Like, it's absolutely working when all the bad guys go, working together does work. And I'm thinking the whole episode, how are they going to fuck this up?
Yeah.
How are they going to fuck this up?
They're absolutely going to fuck this up somehow.
Because whenever villains, like, if we've hit the, like, 10-minute mark and the villains are now winning, it means something's going to happen.
We're reaching the part of the ride where the coaster's about to start curving down. But I just love that attitude, like, early mid-episode where the Beetleborgs are like, oh no, they've learned to work together!
Those dastardly villains. How dare they?
How dare they steal our technique?
And then there's that one shot where, like, as they're getting beat up, you see them all, like, cartwheel through the air at the same time, but at different angles.
Oh my god, that was just a comedy.
And just green, like, catapulting sideways through the air while exploding.
Like, just the way he was going specifically, it looked like, oh my god, is this guy doing like a full 360-degree turn in the air? Like I'm just picturing us see that the whole way through, like, ah!
This man's going for the points.
Damn. Did he stick the landing?
Also, one thing I didn't realize until this episode is, so we've seen that when they use their morphers, their beetle bonders, whatever you want to call them, they have the little figures in the morphers, and I thought those were just representative of which power set they have, but in this episode, their armor takes a significant amount of damage and requires some time to repair, and we see in one shot in episode 17, he opens up the morpher and you see the suit with the damage on it, and I'm like,
yeah,
oh! That's the actual armor being kept in their morphers.
Which that's a neat idea.
That's
honestly.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that they're alive and it's like we were talking, it's like a Blue Beetle like relationship. That's interesting.
It's like they're keeping their own little bug inside of the thing. That's kind of genius.
It's pretty smart idea. Like, and also like I like the idea too that like they're small like bugs, but then they become big, and it's cute. I didn't hate this. I didn't hate the ideas that were presented in this.
Yeah. So the second battle of the episode, or third, I guess, starts up, and the generals all show up in their new united efforts, and then they say some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like Schwartz is like, you humans, we will squeeze the grease from your body to oil our robots, and then feed you to our animals.
It's like pretty hardcore guy.
Jesus.
Like what the hell?
And then we have the craziest shit in this. This is still episode 17, the first of our 3 episodes. Daisaku strapped a fucking bomb to himself and tried to suicide bomb the monster.
He had legit dynamite strapped to his chest, and his plan was to glump the monster. Kaboom! Like
holy shit!
Like, okay, pre 9/11 days, people, you could do anything.
Well, big time.
And, I love how like Buddy comes up to him too. Like, what are you doing? This isn't gonna work. Like, why do you think that our superpower like weapons that had no effect? But regular ass dynamite's gonna work.
And also, why wasn't plan A to just take the bomb that you strapped yourself and yeet it at him and then blow it up?
Which they do!
Which they then do, and it doesn't work! Surprise, surprise!
It was such a weird beat, just like how ready this guy was to just blow. Like, to the point where I feel like after the fight, they should have gone, okay, man, you clearly have other shit going on. What's going on? Like,
you want to talk, bro?
Like, you were really ready to blow yourself up.
Jerry, you and I are on the same page because while we were watching the episode, I turned over to Gar and went, Daisaku, more like Daibaku.
Ooh. Yeah, this bomb will work.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those things where, like, after the fight, he's just thinking, holy shit, I could have fucking died. But like, it just clued into him now, just...
Oh my god!
I'm picturing them, like, walking away, like, walking in sunset, being like, man, like, our country has, like, really weird attitudes towards suicide. Huh? Yeah, we gotta tell people.
We should talk to someone at our government office about that.
Just as they're walking away into the sunset. Hey, you know that wasn't the same bomb that I had around me, right? What?
B-Fighter lost episode, Daisaku goes to therapy.
So why did you feel that blowing yourself up was the best choice? And then it's like what you said, where like they created him to be perfect, but they didn't create him with like good willpower. Is what
it was the problem.
It was the meshing willpower of the 3 different armies.
Yeah, because like the way the villains fuck it all up is when like he's about to win.
Yeah,
he's about to win. He's about to do a coup de grace. And then they're like, no, use your tail, because that's the one I made you with. That's what...
yeah, use my army's power.
No, use my army's power. No, use mine. And
use the poison tail. No, use the Gatling gun. No, use the sword that you've been winning with.
Just... Or, guys, how about this? None of the above. Just with your foot. Crush. Like, we're done here.
Like
I have a gun in my room. You give me 5 minutes. I'll go get it. Bam! Dead. Done.
It'll be fun.
Jera, you just don't get it.
Well, that's what, like, I almost feel like that's what actually, like, I'm sorry, what's his name, the leader? Galm would have said that.
Yeah.
Like, because he's so pragmatic, these 3 episodes. He's like, there's a pistol under my keys.
Under my evil
Go
man.
get it. And you shoot him.
Or, guys, how about I just use my force lightning against them?
Yeah.
To shock the metal suits. That'd be fun, right? Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Sorry, were you gonna say something, Lane?
No.
But yeah, so the villains, they bicker at the end, and that's why they lose.
And then the blue guy stabs the monster, and they win.
Yeah. It's like, it almost felt like kicking someone while he was down. Like,
it was a little petty.
This monster's like going through some serious emotional trauma right now.
Through a fucking identity crisis.
Who am I? What do I do? Oh, I've been stabbed.
Oh, I've been impaled.
Looks like you do have a weak point, bitch!
Like, we were making that joke too earlier where it was like, he has no weak points, to which I said, okay, if there's ever a point in anything where you feel like something doesn't have a weak point, try removing the head. I'm not saying it will work, but most likely it will.
If anything, it will severely limit their abilities.
I got it. Without their heads, they're powerless.
Oh no, he's got immensely thick neck armor.
Not again.
So,
But yeah.
So yeah, they defeat him, and that leads straight into episode 18. The Great Leader dies.
I fucking love that was the episode name for episode 18 of a year-long show. The leader fucking dies!
Get in, kids! Sorry, Ichi, one last thing.
dies.
The windy ending shot? What?
Yeah, as the episode was about to end, you see the three Borgs on the cliff, and like the camera flying around them was like blustery as fuck.
Like the guy holding the camera clearly was like, "Is this guy dropping it?" Like. Anyways, so yeah, episode 18, the Great Leader dies. So I love it. Like this follows up from the last one because. You know, our main bad, he said to him, if you guys fuck up again, I'm going to murder you. Literally, I'm going to paint the floor with your blood. And, you know, now they're just distraught, because like, oh my god, he's gonna kill us.
He's gonna kill us!
Like, literally, like, Noxic is like, I never got married! Like, sorry, that was later in the episode, I think. But, point is, like, wow, they're really hammering that, like, he's going to kill them and they care. Like, this isn't like we're monsters, grr, grr, grr. It's like, oh, I don't want to die.
Oh no, they have feelings.
I don't want to die. Like this is something.
Why am I feeling bad for the evil generals? But yeah, so, and then Gollum actually shows up and goes, you know what? We don't have a garbage bin in my evil lair for trash like you.
No. Because because I'm like, okay, Gollum is like fucking cold. I love it. Like, because he says, if you were defeated by insects, that makes you trash. Yep. And I don't have a garbage bin. It's like, damn, Dad! Like,
you know, that sort of sounds like some Beast Wars Megatron would say.
Yeah!
You are all trash.
I might have to watch this just for him, because every time he was in this, I loved it. Like,
so his solution to this is, well, if you're going to die anyways, how about you go fight the B-Fighters yourselves? No monster of the week. You fight them!
No, because he acknowledged, it's like, well, think of it this way. You can either go die, or come back as heroes.
Again, the weirdest of pep talks coming from this guy. Like, just legit, he's like, and you know, like, as a villain, it makes sense. It's like, okay, either I lose...
This is a win-win.
Either I lose incompetent generals, or the Beetleborgs die.
Yeah.
That's it. So, yeah.
A villain that's confident?
Why didn't I do this 17 episodes? You know, when they were just starting and weak.
Okay.
Rats.
I'm not saying that I like it's gonna be hard to like say how much I enjoyed it because like it was happening to a woman, but just seeing Schwartz just like grab Rettel by the fucking head and just bashing her fucking head up against the fucking wall, that was just so fucking cool.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. It was like,
holy shit.
That went a little far.
That's brutal for a Toku because, like, look, I hope I don't have to be the one to tell everyone this. Don't do that. You will fuck someone up by doing that to them.
I mean,
like,
they're evil alien villains.
No, but that's what I mean. But that's such a visceral thing to do on screen. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of helmet crushing in these episodes.
Yeah,
like that was
crushing. And also, Blue Beet was straight up choking Jera.
Oh yeah, there was like more daddy. Like like that was what was interesting though. Like they're actually great. Like they are generals. Like,
and we made particular note of how interesting it was that they decided to not pair the hero female against the evil female.
That's something you don't usually see. Like especially at this time. You don't see it now a lot.
I'm wondering if that implies that, like, of the three generals, Jera is, like, the leader.
I mean, isn't she the actual fighter? She's the one with the sword.
She's the mercenary.
She's the one with the dildo, I mean, the sword. Like,
yeah, when she doesn't have the whip sticking out of it, her fucking weapon looks like a dildo.
It looks a lot like a dildo.
It's upsetting.
I have several models myself. But, like, honestly, this episode, like, it wasn't bad at all. Like, it just, that was basically it, was, like, the generals fight the B-Fighters.
And they do not terribly.
Yeah, like, what's the, what's the come around?
We just get, like, a clip show.
Oh, right.
In the middle of the episode of them remembering all the previous fights, and that's just, like...
every time.
It just, like, gives the Beetleborgs the motivation boost that they need to start fighting back.
And they do.
Yeah, and then Gaom shows up and goes full fucking Palpatine on their asses.
Oh, like, legit loved it. Legit. Like, I loved the presentation with him.
And not just Force Lightning, but also the creepy floating directly at them.
Yeah, that was a cool shot where they, like, had him, like, clearly it was the guy's suit on a rig or something, like, and just under the bushes. But it was effective. It looked like he was floating toward, like I said, he was going full Palpatine with the lightning and the...
And I actually really liked the sound effect coming off of his lightning.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I was saying, like, before, like, there's just something about 90s Toku, especially the animation, because there's just something about, like, having to use basic 2D animation for, like, very, like, obvious effect shots that just kind of works better than just everything being CGI.
It's the same reason that a lot of retro video games are loved, because there's charm in how they work within their limitations.
Exactly, and, like, you know what, I'll say this more as we go on, but, like, there's a lot in this that just made me go, God, they just don't make stuff like this. I mean, not in the old days are... I mean, literally, physically put, like, nails into wood, make stuff. They don't do that as much anymore.
Not as much.
So, since you didn't watch the first 4 episodes, what do you think of Sage?
Which one's
Sage Guru, the little beetle Larigo looking fucker.
Okay, so...
that was apparently... Jera had this, like, capeless form we never saw.
Oh my. Okay, so I had a bit of a reaction.
That's to put it mildly.
To Guru, because, like... like, he just shows up on screen in this episode, and obviously, you know, he's a character that's been established, right?
Yeah.
So, for you guys, no problem. For me...
He just comes out of nowhere with no warning.
The first time I've ever seen that, I had a very mixed emotion. Because, on the one hand, that's an amazing puppet. Yeah. Like, holy crap, it genuinely looks like something out of, like...
A Jim Henson production.
It's got articulation, and the way it's hunched over, it felt like something. The beard! Like, why?
It's like Yoda meets Larigo.
I mean, that's clearly what it was. Like, he's meant to be the Yoda, but, like it was a weird thing.
Which is so funny that he then starts fighting Palpatine.
That was another great moment of, like, okay, has George Lucas seen this? But yeah, so, like, I mean, it's a great puppet. The beard and stuff, it's not for me.
It's very upsetting.
I honestly think it would be a genuine, one of my favorite practical effects if it was just a bug man. Like, just like a bug old wizard. You didn't need the beard and eyebrows.
Yeah.
But that being said, the eyes are really well done, especially. Like, so yeah, like I said, I had a reaction to that, and it was half and half for sure.
And the most shocking thing is...
The episode title wasn't a lie, sort of.
Yeah, the B-Fighters beat Lord Gao.
They stab, grab, blast him, and Gaom is fucking dead. Asterisk.
I love that, though, at the end, where he, like just kind of brings them in, though, to, like, blow them all up together.
Yeah.
And it's like, it didn't work, obviously, but, like, there was just something creepy about that. Like, I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that, like, that costume clearly wasn't the easiest to move around in. So, like, when he's, like, closing his arms around them, it's very slow. But it's creepy.
You know what? Think of it this way. Right before he blows up, he acknowledges, that's why you guys keep beating me. It's with your bug, like, you know, the bugs inside of you that are, like, you know, that gives you the spirit of, like,
I need a bug of my own.
So think of it. He's not hugging him he's hugging him
to get their data.
Thank you for giving me what I needed all this time.
That could be it, too. Like, I do think bigger part was, like, a blow up.
Yeah.
Like, But yeah, there could be that.
I was absolutely not prepared for his gigantic super form.
Because it's the coolest fucking thing.
Genuinely fucking terrifying. Yeah, especially the face.
The way it moves, like, I love the way its mouth lights up. Okay, and I'm gonna say it, design-wise, iconography-wise, I honestly think the creators of Dag Dead took a look at this. Honestly. There's a similar look and feel.
I don't know if this maybe happens in later episodes. I was absolutely ready for that hand spaceship to attach to his new body.
I literally thought that's what it was.
The fact that it's a left hand and he doesn't have a left hand.
Also,
excellent.
Also, like, maybe it was because, like, you know, in real life, I believe that was a puppet, right?
Yeah.
He's just covered in strings. And actually, I think it makes him stand out even better.
Yeah.
Like, everything about that design, I'm loving.
There's concept art for him, I guess.
So who was scarier, him or Buddy in Beetleborgs? What's his name in Beetleborgs again?
Vexor?
Yeah, Vexor, that's it, yeah.
Vexer was too like you're idiots to be genuinely scary.
Yeah, he did have. More
I don't
of a
think that
Megatron.
I don't think that super form was in Beetleborgs.
It showed up in the stock footage for this episode.
Oh, okay.
And
that was it.
I did love too, like the actual ending, which is I need a Beetleborg of my own.
Yep.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
And then they just tease showing Black Beet, even though the next episode we see the process of creating
that
it.
was for the fans.
It's kind of like,
But they could have just done that in the actual episode preview.
It may have been an homage to how, like, in the original Kamen Rider, Hongo gets blown up. They don't know where he is. Cuts to the Shocker base, and you see the silhouette of Shocker Rider #1.
Oh, even though they haven't made it.
Yeah, even though they haven't, like, introduced them properly yet.
All right, I'll chalk that up to an old trope that no one does anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously it was just like just to show off, but
think of it as in Geats, Bujin form.
Oh,
how they teased it before it was an actual thing.
Oh yeah,
sort of, but that was like a little like spiritual hologram kind of thing. It wasn't like shown as like a physical presence.
Yeah, but like it's.
I understand what you're saying,
idea.
though. I understand what you're saying.
So next episode opens with hot dog Roombas.
The evil Roombas with literal hot dog legs. What the absolute fuck?
Do you know what?
All things are weird.
All I could think of was you guys ever watch like polka dot shorts?
Polka dot.
Yes.
You remember Bibble?
Yes.
Oh god!
That's all I can think of.
And then we get the debut of this show's probably actual version / homage to Witch Bandora, Madoshi Jagul.
And she was fun.
Jagul.
She's creepy. I like an old bug witch. That's fun idea. Again, like I understand this is a Beetleborg, not B-Fighter, so like there's a bug theme going on. But I think Kingohger people have watched this like before.
Could be.
And what's her whole deal? Like she's like Gomer. I keep calling him Gomer. Gaum's like new
evil general, kind of, but not really.
He did sort of just like okay, you guys can live. It's fine.
We just completely dropped the plot. of...
No, he did have a reason for them. He said, "I need you to be the distraction while she does the ritual."
Which means after this episode, there's not a reason to keep them around.
Yeah. Imagine they actually just killed the next.
That would be amazing.
Spoilers. They stick around.
Okay, that's what I meant. That's what I figured.
They sort of need someone for Black Beet to bounce off of.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But so this has nothing to do with the episode itself, but the B plot of the episode, B-Fighter, is the heroes notice that all of the longhorn beetles have been disappeared / been kidnapped. And something weird that we noticed is as they're using their computers to scan for all of the beetles, in the corner of the monitor, it just says vision / anal.
That literally it just.
And it's safe to say that's supposed to be short for analyze, but that's just unfortunate.
That is just very unfortunate. I'm gonna let's maybe name my next movie Vision Anal.
But so that whole scene of Black Beet being born, though.
Can we? That was. Well, did you have something you wanted to say first?
Yeah. So before the whole ritual starts, we see that this gigantic puppety black insect bites Takuya, and that proceeds to have this whole rest of the episode have the absolute same energy as Rita Repulsa doing the ritual to create the Green Ranger powers for Tommy.
That's legit, what it felt like.
It had the exact same feel.
The atmosphere of this episode was wonderful, honestly.
Yeah.
First of all, when we go to their new I don't know if this was that a new layer? When
nope.
It was inside the same rock hand.
It's just a part of it.
Oh, okay.
We just now also have Gaum as a giant, terrifying creature floating immediately next to it.
God, you think your boss is overbearing.
When he's literally holding you in the palm of his fucking hands.
Yeah, he's just yeeted them. What I was saying before, they just don't make sets like this anymore. They don't make these just, wow, this looks like a sorcerer's lair.
Yeah.
There was smoke everywhere. There was candle. It did feel very Rita Bangora sort of thing. Benzora, sorry. And so the whole thing is they've been kidnapping these beetles to, I guess, fuel energy for this, and I guess that one that bit him is like the soul.
It's how they connect to Takuya, who already has like life insect energy.
Oh,
in
is
him,
that
I
why?
guess.
Okay.
I don't think they explicitly said so, but like they needed some connection to an existing Beetleborg in order to have the armor take a similar shape.
Fair enough.
Minor spoiler for the future of B-Fighter.
Okay.
Black Beet is a clone.
Oh,
that's interesting. Oh, so they took blood from him.
That's why he was wearing the black suit, so they wouldn't show him.
I was gonna say too, like I loved absolutely everything about this ritual scene. I love the music. Like the music, I was having problems with the last preview episodes because like it was used not well.
Yeah, there was some really odd musical choices in the other episodes. This one was really good.
This one though, like the beat was great. Like I love that little synthy thing they did at one point.
Yeah.
Like freaking Juukou, like when she's doing her ritual, it's very weird. Like she just basically keeps repeating the name over and over. So
it was almost funny how every time like she's doing the ritual, it's like whoa Jamal, whoa Jamal, and I kept hearing again in my head. I kept hearing Rita doing the Green Ranger ritual. Whoa Shakar Jamal, become my evil ranger.
I like how it parallels a bit though. Where you see Takuya suffering while the villains are rejoicing.
Yeah. No, like I said, everything about this scene was great.
I love how Takuya, in his like painful fever pitch, fucking fugue state, he was like flipping absolutely the fuck out. And everyone else's response, instead of taking him to a fucking hospital, is to bring him into the office and do nothing to help.
Hey, that sounds like a modern day at work. Oh, you're sick? Come in anyways.
You're still required to come into the office.
Got him. I also like really liked the bit with I know it's not what they're called here, but the Magnivores, where they're they see Juukou doing this ritual and they kind of give a look to each other like this is weird, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, go with it.
Are we still fired?
And they just get on their knees and they get like become apart. It's like it honestly, like okay, I mentioned to bring a weird reference here, but it reminded me of this like TV movie called Cast a Deadly Spell. It's very Lovecraftian. David Warner's in it, and there's this part during the this reminded me of the ritual scene in Cast a Deadly Spell. Is all like the atmosphere was great, the lines were great. Like I said, the music's really cool. Like I love too when like we see that little bug fetus puppet, whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
That was weird. I loved it.
And one thing that I don't think we got to see a good look at is before the actual Shadowborg suit forms, there's some sort of like prototype armor suit on the like dais of the ritual.
Yeah, okay.
And we don't get to see it very well, but what we did see, it looks like a real interesting design, and I wonder if there's any concept art of it anywhere.
There's like a lot going on there too. Like we had the body, which I'm assuming now that we know that's a clone, that's the clone in like a suit or something.
Yeah, that's the thing that starts as like this weird creature fetus, and then it grows into like this dude in a black morph suit who we completely can't see.
Well, didn't they fuse together actually? Because wasn't like the human looking body covered in bugs.
What happened was the bugs were like on the table, and that's what turned into the armor. Because the generals were like, "Is that a B-Fighter? No, that's insect armor. So that's just the armor." And then the like creepy little monster fetus separately behind it grows into what we now know as the clone, the thing in the completely black suit. And then the armor condenses into the morpher.
That was it.
He gets his own morpher, which is a thing Shadowborg and Beetleborg's never had, because he didn't have an unhinged form. And then the dude in the black suit just like gets up, takes the morpher, and transforms.
And that was badass.
I was so sad that there wasn't actually like a stock henshin sequence for him.
I feel like it would have ruined the moment though.
I don't know.
I think it would be cool if they did it again, but for specifically that scene,
change the visual effects to make it more evil and magical instead of technological.
You could do it that way, but I also really did honestly like it was a great slow burn, and just I love that just that reveal of him just like out and like ready and like the smoke's all around him.
I think the best part of that scene was, so I mentioned the like prototype suit before it becomes proper Shadowborg, and there's this one scene where it pans across him and you see smoke going over the suit, and in the slickest transition this show has ever had.
Yeah, that was cool.
When the suit like changes into the actual Shadowborg suit, and I'm like, that was a flawless cut!
Yeah, no, I love that where the smoke just passes over the face, and then it's there. Like, that was great.
They don't have the fucking wherewithal to do proper cuts when a monster blows up at the end of a fight, but they'll do that scene properly, and you know what? I'm okay with this.
This whole episode felt like, you know what? I want to show off a little. I want to do some fun,
We're going for the Oscar this time.
Oh, yeah. And it's great because, I mean, you know, we know from our Beetleborg days that the Shadowborg suit just looks awesome anyway.
Yes.
And Black Beet's also just looks awesome anyway. Like,
voice not as cool though.
We were talking about that, like how the voice was fine. Like it was your basic like Toku like villain voice
Evil
number 4,
Japanese
like,
dude voice.
Black Beet.
Black Beet. And who did we learn today voiced Shadowborg?
I think his name was Bob Pappenbrook.
Yep. Who was?
Rito Revolto.
Yep. Did you know that?
I did not know that because he talks so deep as Shadowborg. It's you have to really pay attention to his inflections. But once I listened, I'm like, "Yup, that's him."
Mm-hmm. And so this episode was more about.
Also, they crucified an insect.
They did crucify.
That's how they lured them out.
Oh my god! So just like they get to the thing, and there's just it's like. You don't want any more beetles to suffer like these ones. Surrender yourselves now.
So it's like, I will send you one leg in the mail a day.
For every day you don't surrender, there'll be another crucified bug.
They open a little teeny tiny envelope. It's just a single like leg from one of the beetles.
Oh no!
Or like how a wing falls out, like one of those like glass wings. Like,
oh no!
What have they done?
No.
And yeah, as Jerry,
bugs,
and I think Jerry mentioned in our chat where his call out instead of Juukou was Jackal because Jaku means evil.
Dark.
Dark change.
So as far as character introductions go, this might be one of my favorites, period, honestly. Like, that was really well done. I can't get over how well done that was.
Yeah.
Man,
like,
Black Beet suit's awesome.
It is. Like, you know, and like the antenna usually would be something that turns me off, but it works with this.
And
then like some yellow eyes glow underneath the
oh yeah,
eyes.
I love that.
I was like,
yeah.
holy shit.
Did they ever do that in Beetleborg?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Not as often, but it was a thing for sure. I know because I had a Shadowborg figure when I was a kid too, and it was super interesting to see that he had his own morpher, Beetle Bonder, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I am surprised they didn't. I guess you said
because he was never untransformed in Beetleborgs.
Yeah.
And is there anything else anything else that happened prior that you want to talk about, Lane? Because I did notice that we've been talking a lot and you haven't had a lot of chance to talk because you're the one person not on Discord. So if there's anything you want to specifically mention, go ahead.
I've just been listening. Like I don't like have. It's just like B-Fighter just hasn't really been like catching my attention as much. But no, it's cool. Like a lot of what Cell said, like I agree. But like again, like a lot of this I watched in like the mornings, so it's just like because like that's the only time I'm able to like watch it before like the day of because like I work all day. So but like today I had half the day off when I found out later. So but no, it was good stuff. Black Beet's fucking sick, and the fact that we find out that he's a clone and like we like I know Gar probably would mention this before, but like it's a twin because he's Kieran Ranger from Die Ranger, the yellow one. Yeah,
that's why someone
that's
mentioned
really
Kieran
cool.
Ranger in our chat.
I just love when they use twins in like movies and TV and stuff. Just the concept of twins is just so fucking cool.
Also, Seiji Takaiwa.
You mentioned that the suit actor swapped.
Yeah, so when Black Beet came out, or when Black Beet shows up, his suit actor is Blue Beet's original suit actor. Who replaces Blue Beet? Seiji Takaiwa.
Yeah.
Mr. Modern Kamen Rider himself.
Yeah.
Also, Gar, did you say that the reason I don't know her name, but like a red board?
Yeah. So Red'll, I'll talk about this more.
Ray, she had a thing around her neck
next week, but she essentially hurt herself while filming some of these episodes. That's why she was sort of a minor character in these ones.
And anytime she was on screen, she had a thick ass scarf around her neck.
So, and which I'll talk more about that next week. But essentially, these are sort of her last few episodes before it wasn't a thing of like they kill her off or anything. It's just she thought she couldn't perform her best, so she decided to take a step back.
Fair enough.
So what happens to the character?
You'll have to find out next week.
Okay. It's so weird that like that happened. Whatever happens, and also in Beetleborgs, Joe's actress got straight up switched.
That is very weird.
Well, she went on to do Casper and join a union.
Yeah, and it looks like next episode is just more of fighting Shadowborg, and we'll see what happens.
Black Beet, Ichi, come on.
I was like expecting like halfway, like near the end, I'm like, is this almost over? I thought we were going to see the end of this, like, but no, this was just a start to the madness.
Yeah. Very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how the whiteboard gets introduced.
Oh,
I know. Oh, I know, Stel.
What? Patient.
But yeah, like overall, like these 3 episodes made like a good trio. I found of story, like, and they each had something like amazing. This episode had the ritual scene. The scene before had the final fight at the end. The one that first had a suicide attempt. You know, it's very wild.
You know, typical tropes.
You know, it's really weird.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll say this. Like I didn't mind B-Fighter from what I've seen so far.
I have a more positive opinion as we go through it.
And that's a good thing.
Because we basically skipped like the first quarter filler.
Good.
This was better than what we saw before.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is going to bring us to the end of Castranger for today. Another long-ass episode, but well worth it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jikai, Little Sentai Castranger. Our next discussion for episode 459 will be Juukou B-Fighter episodes 22 and 24, but not 23.
23 is more of a self-intro. Like, episode 22 introduces us to the new Riddle. Episode 23 is somewhat of like a character-focused episode, which is sort of 24 is the debut of Gigantus.
Okay.
Because I know Vegas really wants us to talk about it.
And also the whiteboard, question mark?
We'll have to see him next year.
Really?
Because as of episode 26, he has not shown up yet.
Wow.
He is, honestly, Beetleborgs did him more justice than what... Like, he is a minor supporting character.
Shocking.
Interesting.
It's weird to see a Toku series treat its quote-unquote 6th Ranger as a minor thing.
He's he's like a medic. He's not even a fighter.
Interesting.
B-medic. Interesting. All right. Well, that's a thing. Of course, before we close off, I have to thank our active patrons, which currently includes Blaze, Armorhide, Sentai VT, Midas the Fool, and Zachary Cook. Thank you very much for your currently active support.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vegas.
This program is supported by people like you.
By viewers like you.
Thank you.
Are people going to get that that's a PBS joke?
Is PBS still a thing?
I mean, according to The Simpsons, it is.
That Simpsons episode.
Oh, God, I'm 5
funny.
again.
Oh, God. Sorry, what was that, Lane?
I was like, oh, my God, I'm 5 again.
And
I remember hearing that after every single thing I'd watch on PBS.
Yep.
Get that Arthur theme in your head.
All right.
Oh, that too.
Well, thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find our Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, merch store, our discussion index, where we have a list of every episode and special and movie we've ever talked about, and all of our other cool shit. Let us know what you thought of these episodes in the comments. Let us know if you'd like us to talk about anything in particular, and we'll fit it into our calendar when we can. Yeah.
It's fun being on. Gar, it's nice to see you again.
Yeah,
we always have better chemistry with people in person.
It does help.
Guys, I think Deckerbot wants to take over the show.
Well, he'll have to wrest it from my cold, dead beetle hands.
You gotta go through me first.
Not if I blow myself up first.
Oh no!
Ah!